What's wrong with you? Your viewers probably can see that shit too. They like, what the fuck is he doing?
It on live. I'm about to start inviting niggas.
They probably can see that shit. Like, what the hell? What is he doing?
Please get an invite. I feel like I be inviting the same niggas. I'm gonna start from the bottom and work on up. Start from the middle and work down. Some other niggas already know.
Like the top people just, you know what I'm saying?
We the same niggas at the top. They just switch the top niggas over every now and again. I got one live, what up though? I got my invites coming up. Just hold tight. Don't be leaving. I ain't going to get.
We finna get it started. Doing invites right now.
Invites.
We was testing out some stuff, you know, the split screen on Facebook, and we can't be in the same studio when we do it that way. Just figured that part of it out.
What's going on? Y'all come on in.
Or we can do it that way, but you know, somebody's volume has to be all the way off, because you're only gonna get volume from one of the lives. Or you only need volume from one of the lives, because both of them you get feedback, echoing, and all that type of shit.
So I would assume in that situation that whoever got their volume down, I don't know if they could hear me still. Do that have to do with the volume?
Well, see, you'll be on the other part. My live would become your live. So.
But my live would become your live, right?
No, it goes from one person live.
Whoever invited.
Because I invited you. So
me,
your
right.
your viewers can see my live and hear, you know what I'm saying, what's going on.
Right, okay, because you did the invite.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever did the invite. So, or they would still be able to hear. We don't know. I don't know if I still, theoretically it should still record, you know, but. Mm-hmm.
We have to test it.
Yeah, we have to test it. Will it record the feedback? We have to see.
No, I think if the volume is down on your what's name, then it won't get no feedback.
Yeah. Okay.
But as long as your volume up, of course, it's gonna get feedback. We're just gonna have to keep testing it.
We gonna get it started in a minute. We gonna get talking shit about stuff and stuff about shit. How y'all doing out there? I don't want to just be
it's going down. Tune in. We're gonna talk about what's going on in today's climate, man. With definitely racism, definitely
cocaine.
Where we stand as a people, as minorities in the United States, and all the protesting that's been going on, and what we think some of the solutions can be or should be.
What up, dog? I got some more people coming in. We about to get it popping in a minute.
For us to move forward as a nation, and not just black, white, Mexican, Asian, as a people, period. There's always going to be some haters. We know that. But how can the so-called minority, which is really the majority, move forward?
I got 5 niggas. We good to go. What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? Glad y'all tuning in. We about to get the Dome City Radio Show popping.
I'm going to do a couple more invites. My finger getting tired. God damn it.
Facebook know they needed one button invite button. Come on.
But I think if we did it if we did the show in one of those rooms, I think it would automatically invite everybody or something like that. Like this person has, you know, going live in a room or something like that. That shit.
We have to look at it.
What up? What up? What up? Thank y'all for tuning in.
Don't you got Xfinity?
I don't.
Oh.
I didn't renew that subscription.
Oh, okay. The hell with that Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I didn't renew that. What's up, Kenny?
You got a
What's up, Shamir? No, not yet.
Shamir, my cousin, Shamir?
I don't know. Is Shamir your cousin? Smith?
No, I don't know.
That ain't your cousin then.
No, that's another Shamir. Mm-hmm. But you know my cousin, Shamir Mojak. You know her.
Yeah. I didn't know she was your cousin.
You know that?
Mm-mm.
How you not know?
You relate to everybody.
Man. We out here.
Multiple family ass nigga.
Right. The Jonas, which one?
Jones, the Jacksons.
Right.
The Browns, which Browns?
Right.
Kennedys.
Mobile networks.
But it should automatically connect to that Xfinity.
Man, this thing is janky. It do what the fuck it want to do if it want to do it.
You ain't got no service with it?
No, I got 1 gig on this bitch. Literally, I have a gig.
So after that gig, it just don't even do nothing.
Nah, it keep doing something and it keep charging me.
Oh hell
So,
no!
I don't do no videos on that one because that one is just
Hell no, you can't.
nah, nigga. I watch 30 seconds and then my gig is gone. Nigga, that's it, nigga. You just see the theme music. Like, damn, man, I can't even watch a Netflix video on this bitch.
Right. What's up, everybody? Thank
What
y'all
up,
for
though?
tuning in. Welcome to the Dome City Radio Show. I am your host,
Hey, what up, cuz?
DJ Stacks Money. My co-host, comedian Jeremiah Paulin. We was trying to do something a little earlier. I know some of y'all might have seen us go live. We were trying to figure out how to work the split screen so that you could see us both in the studio. And the only thing is you get too much feedback with us being so close to each other, so we can't use that. But it'll work better if I was at home and he was at home, we could actually do the show from home. But then what would be the purpose of having a studio to do the show?
We figured it out though. That's the important
But
part.
yeah, so
That's
you know what I'm
the
saying?
important
So now, rather than if he gonna be late or something like that, I'm like, nigga, just stay home and I'm gonna invite you into the line.
Mm-hmm.
That way we can get the show on time and all that
And y'all can
stuff.
see how I live.
I ain't inviting you niggas to my house.
See me on my bidet. Y'all can see. We going live from the bidet.
This nigga say going live from the bidet. So you gonna be in the bathroom.
You'll really get
Show
feedback
niggas
in there. You know the bathroom hollow than
all that
motherfucker.
echo and
Yeah.
shit.
You would get all that.
Let me
in
show
there.
y'all how my bidet work.
Get this bidet popping.
Crazy.
Yeah, man.
Crazy, man. So what's been going on? What you get into for the week?
Man, what did I've been getting into? My garden is coming up. Man, I tell you about my garden.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so that shit popping. So I'm getting it together. I got quite a bit, man. I planted a lot of shit, man. I'm like, nigga, if you want some of these tomatoes, come and get these motherfuckers.
So how long does it take for the tomatoes to mature and all that? Like, so it's like every 6 weeks or something like that? Like, how long?
I've been saying, like, from what the tickets say, like, you know, at least about 60 days for it to harvest. So I guess from 60 days, 65 days or whatever. So they can they can keep going from there. They don't stop. Right. You know, that's just when it's ready. And sometimes it ain't always. It depends on the environment. So I'm gonna see. I got them all dated out. This is the most organized I've fucking ever been. Like,
so it could be less. So you could have a whole new like tomato or cucumber or something in 60 days.
Theoretically, I mean, according to the packet, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, from seed to harvest, and I guess it depends on what you're growing too, and then environment, and then it could be like the soil. That could be a factor. The space.
I cut it myself.
Yeah, the space, all that stuff. So it all
takes. Somebody my live was like, you got a haircut. I cut it myself.
Oh, you cut. Oh. Yeah, so
I do all my own haircuts anyway. So if my lining is fucked up, that means I fucked it up.
Right.
You know?
That's why you wear a hat.
We can't go to the barbershop. You know. Yeah. If y'all catch me with a winter hat on or damn wave cap, just know I fucked my head up.
He sneezed.
When I take my time, I'm good. But you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'll be like, before the show, shit, we start at 8 o'clock. Gotta hurry up. This shit is gonna be fucked up.
Right. You might not even get done. It's
Right.
like, fuck it, I'm going to just throw the do-rag on that bitch. They don't know what's up under
For
here.
real. Up under my hat got half fro, half
Right. That little method man shit. You ever seen a nigga right with their hat off and you didn't know they was fucked up under there? You be like, damn, nigga, that's what you were. Like, nigga, I thought you was cool in a motherfucker. Like, nigga, you ain't got nothing up under there. Like, nigga, where
did you
is
see?
your
It's
shit?
a picture of Ray Allen with
Ray Allen?
Yeah, Ray Allen, the basketball
Yeah,
player.
yeah.
It's a picture with him like during quarantine, right? So
Uh-huh.
he missing all of this. The hair
really?
here is all gone. So he got
Wow.
hair all around the sides, but right here it's all gone. It's like a little piece of baby hair sticking out.
He got the Sherman Hills out this bitch.
Nah,
That
he got
Krusty the Clown
like,
boy.
like the James Evans. He You got the James Evans 2020 in this motherfucker. So yeah, it's crazy. So I was just like, damn, boy. Woo.
I say all with my luscious locks.
But this is the thing, bro. You don't need to go to no barbershop to keep a baldy. You bald most of the time, so why you ain't just take the razors and just, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nah, I ain't thinning nowhere.
I thought that's what he was doing. My
hair been like that in the middle since I was a little kid because I had ringworms really, really bad, and it fucked up my scalp.
Damn.
So my hair always, since I was a kid, grow thin right there in the middle where the ringworm was at.
Where? Which part?
Right up here.
Oh, that's what that is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The ringworms fuck niggas' scalps up.
Hell yeah. Fuck me all up.
That shit crazy.
So,
I'm glad I got
other than that, no, I'm not. Then nobody in my family went bald. Like my daddy didn't go bald, and my granddaddy didn't go bald, so I ain't going bald. So I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Because that's who they said go by. Your grandfather.
I thought it was the
mama.
mama.
My grandfather on my mama's side.
Right, okay.
He didn't go bald. He had a head full of hair.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? And my daddy didn't go bald, so I'm good.
Right. What up, though? Nisi, what up, though? I'm Solo, what up, though, family? Good see. I ran into Solo the other day.
It's for real. If I was what's name, if I ever start to go bald, like really go bald, and like my shit falling out, best believe I'm going to the hair club, and I ain't ashamed to say it.
You gonna get a lace front?
I'm going to the hair. No, I'm going to the hair club.
The hair club for men.
Them to regrow my shit. You know what I'm saying? Just like Tiger did it for his hairline and shit. I'm doing the same shit.
Don't they take it from your ass and put it on your hair?
Nah, sometimes they take pubic hair because pubic hair don't bald.
It don't?
Nope. It keep growing.
That is, you know what? You right. I ain't never seen no old.
Yeah, and they just planted in your scalp. That's why you see like the dudes that be on the commercial. Yeah. The hair go from like being straight to all curly and shit.
Because it was nuts.
Because pubic hair is curly.
But hold up, the thing about it is pubic hair only gets so long. So like being this on your head, you know what I'm saying? Like
it gets long as it want to. Like if you never shaved your shit, bro, you would have like a fucking fro down there.
But you know what? I always trim my shit, so I don't know how far I
shave.
Yeah, I've been shaving. I was one of the first niggas manscaping out here because back in high school, I was one of the first niggas out here.
I think everybody experimented with it. Yeah. I know niggas that cut their eyebrows off when we was in high school.
Yeah, I was
just walk around bald faced to the motherfucker. Just bald. You be like, nigga, what you that? You know, remember when we was in high school, this is the 90s and early 2000s for most of us. Remember in like junior high, everybody used to wear the little cuts in their eyebrows and stuff, right?
3 cuts.
So some people used to put the cuts in and be done fucked up. It'd be like the cut be in the middle of the eyebrow. So it's like a gash or something. You like, nigga, did you mean to do that? So you had certain people that just cut their whole eyebrow off. Like, fuck it. I'm just start over.
Look at the glasses was too close and shit and it looked like there's one big gap.
Look like a whole gash and shit. You be like, nigga, was you trying to do that? What was you doing?
Niggas didn't realize how thin their eyebrows was until they started doing it. Like, nigga, that don't look right, nigga.
Right.
I need to wax this shit.
So,
what did that even mean?
I got a few people that I remember when we was kids, bro.
Yeah. The
straight bald face, like just nothing here, and already ain't had no facial hair, so they just look all bad.
Powder out this bitch. This nigga's powder. This nigga has nothing.
He said powder.
That shit
I remember
crazy.
that movie, man. So yeah, that's just crazy.
That was a dope movie, low key. Powder. I want to watch it now though.
I remember. What was that? Was it what's eating Gilbert Grape or something like that?
That was the shit too. I only seen.
Wasn't that Johnny Depp?
No, that was DiCaprio.
Okay,
that was DiCaprio, young DiCaprio, and I forget who else.
His mom was fat as hell in that movie.
Yeah, she was swollen, the motherfucker. I only seen that like one time, and I never got to. I don't even think I finished that movie. That's still on my list of shit to finish. I liked it though, but my grandmama had like every fucking movie like on VHS, and she would always just have everything, and she would play that, and I never.
I got a crazy VHS collection, bro. Like for real. Mm-hmm. It's all like. I got a big ass container in my basement where all my VHs is and shit.
You still
VHSs is and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I still got a working VCR.
Yeah.
I don't watch it because you can stream everything.
Everything.
It's just good to have for nostalgia reasons and stuff like that. I had a bunch of Disney movies for my kids and shit. The original shit, they fucked up some of them. The ones that was supposed to be like worth the money and shit, they
worth money.
Up. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Like
if you got an original VHS
really
of a Disney movie and it has the Black Star coding on it,
really
money. Like they selling upwards of $10,000 or better.
Are you serious?
And if you got the box to go with it,
the original
even
box?
More. Yes, the original box. Oh. And I'm talking about when my kids, when my oldest daughter was little, I would go to like garage sales and stuff and buy these videos, you know what I'm saying? Because I knew.
Yeah,
but
right,
she let her friends and stuff like that pull the fucking tapes out, break them. I'm like, these motherfuckers worth money. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Kids don't understand that, but it's just like, yo, why are y'all tearing up the fucking tapes?
And you know what's funny is that you never know what is it going to be that is going to give you that money. Because like my uncle got mad, like Star Wars memorabilia from like
I got some Star Wars stuff. I got the collector set of all the first 4 original Star Wars
shit.
And I got the gold edition, and they all unopened. Edition? Yeah, but I got 2 collector sets. One is the gold edition, and one is the regular, and I ain't never opened that shit.
From when you was a kid?
No, I bought it later on.
Oh, later on. I thought you was
when I was a kid. I love Star Wars.
Right,
I ain't know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? But it came out. It was like digitally remastered collector's edition shit. I'm like, oh hell yeah, I gotta buy that.
Yeah. So. But if you had that real original, boy, that's the one. And man, that's funny. You never know what the fuck.
You
never know, bro. You never know.
And when you be mad when motherfuckers, like, I used to be pissed. I remember when we moved. And my daddy threw like all my fucking Transformers and shit out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, dog, you just bought me all this shit for Christmas. Why the fuck you thought we'll buy you some more? But I had like all the fucking Transformers, bro. I mean, like the big robots, the little motherfuckers. I had every one. I probably had over like 200 fucking Transformers.
Are you fucking serious?
He-Mans, G.I. Joes. My daddy threw all that shit in the car. I was like, what the fuck? I ain't think you played with it no more. I'm like, nigga.
You need to consult me on this?
Right.
This is my childhood.
How about you ask? You know what I'm saying?
God damn.
I'm only 11 years old at the time. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, ask.
Right.
Still want your toys? Hell yeah.
I'm 11,
you know I'm 11 years old.
Right. I ain't even fucking these hoes yet. I still like to play with toys. I got imagination still.
Crazy.
Damn, that was,
bro. I had all that shit. I was like, man, one day I'm going to rebuy all that shit because, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's collectibles.
It's collectibles, yeah.
But I still got all my basketball and baseball cards. Like, I got like 2 big ass photo albums full of fucking cards from the 90s and late 80s. So.
I didn't throw mine away, so I don't know where the fuck they at.
I had football cards. Somebody stole them. I had football, and I had a shit ton of baseball cards.
Is that ain't worth anything now, though?
Yeah.
Really? I thought that shit went like, I thought that market died.
Yeah, no, it's still worth money, man. Still worth money.
Bro, damn, man, I'm mad at the motherfucking Disney because everybody had them. Everybody, every fucking house. And let me tell you, my auntie, she still got them bitches. I'm a robber.
I had like all the good ones. You remember when you was in elementary school and they'd sit everybody in the auditorium and play that shit on the big reel?
Yeah.
So I had like all like fucking Peter Rabbit.
Them ones?
I had all that shit.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
the
Fox and the Hound.
Cinderella and shit.
Bible, Cinderella.
What's the one I'm thinking about?
Just anyone
Alice in
you can
Wonderland
name.
wouldn't. That was Disney, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was Disney.
Yeah. Anyone you can name. My God. Fantasia, all that stuff.
Let me tell you, my grandmama. My grandmama literally is the huge. My grandmama got millions of dollars. She's just hoarding. I'm serious, man.
Granny got all the collectibles, huh?
Listen, my grandmama lived. Sorry, Granny, but look here, I just got. She got an
apartment.
apartment.
Putting your grandma business out here. These niggas, it's quarantine too. These niggas coming out already got bags and rob your granny.
No. She just got. I ain't saying what she got. I'm just saying she got her apartment. You know them little apartments.
I don't know no apartments. I don't know nothing about no apartments.
You the little apartments they be having for the old elderly when they got little small apartments.
Right.
That's literally about the size of this studio. 4 U-Haul big trucks from one to another.
Wow. Yeah, you need to go visit your granny more often.
Little in this little space.
Mm-hmm.
And she got a lot of stuff. I mean, just stuff that I don't know. And that wasn't even, we weren't even done.
Wow.
When I got there, that was the 4th load.
So she a hoarder as well?
That's hoarding, collector, whatever.
I mean, if it's collector shit, but there's some people that got a plethora of shit that ain't collectible.
Some of it
you know
is,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
they just got
yeah.
a gang of shit. You like, bro, what the fuck
is this? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's her memories or whatever. You know, they got significant, meanings, but some of this shit got money to it, Right. And then it's something, oh my, I had a neighbor, she had got like, her house had got foreclosed. And bro, she had like a 2-story house.
They put everything on the curb?
No, they couldn't. They put it out the window. You could literally walk up from the ground, walking up this pile of stuff up to the bathroom window. Wow. It was that much stuff, bro.
Wait a minute. So they started throwing shit out of her house, out of the window?
It just piled up. They was bringing it out the house, but it just piled up. Like, it literally was a mountain of stuff.
Damn.
Like, the neighborhood had to come out and help her get this stuff. It was so much.
I had a homeboy that worked for one of those trash removal services. Like, they come to your house and move shit you don't want.
Yeah.
He was telling me stories about, bro, they went to fucking houses to where motherfuckers had gangs of shit that was new in the box. You know what I'm saying?
That's how her.
And
that's
was
how
telling
she
you
was.
and telling you like, hey, you take what you want. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
He was like, they family had like some kind of special gold coins or whatever that was somewhere in the garage. They was like, just give us those coins and you could take whatever else you want. You know what I'm saying? He said they had all types of fucking old weapons like muskets and shit like that, swords. I'm like, nigga, I probably need to start me one of these businesses. You know what I'm saying?
Man. And like you said,
all types of shit.
It was good stuff. It wasn't like trash, man. It was like it was like Rat Pack memorabilia.
Wow.
Like unopened from that time.
Right.
I'm like
collector's plates and all that shit.
Bro, it had the dates on it and everything. I'm like, my mind was just blown. I'm like, look at all of this money you've been sitting on all these years. All this money. You could have just been having.
She opened up an eBay store.
Oh, eBay.
Getting it.
Oh, God. eBay.
Getting it.
Getting it, bro.
For real.
The
getting
eBay
it.
store of
yeah, man.
Antiques. That shit crazy.
That's crazy. But let's get into the climate, man. Ooh. Just my microphone here. The climate of everything that's been going on. If y'all been watching the news, and everybody have, because motherfuckers been in the crib, the George Floyd situation sparked change, not just in our nation, but around the world. People protesting not only the racism and injustices going on in their country, but also what's going on over here, joining in our protest as well. And there's a lot going on, man. I think that's really big. But at the same time, we need to take this momentum that we got during this COVID-19 era and what's going on. We need to take this momentum that we got with the protesting and all of that, start at our local levels, all the way up to the highest level in your state, which is your state government, and so forth and so on to the federal government when it comes to election time. A lot of people complain about what's going on in their communities with the police. If you want to know anything about the police, first thing is police go by policy. Policies in the police department can be changed and implemented at any time. At any time. So you don't have to wait for it to be a law. They just have to adopt that policy. So the thing is to put pressure on your city council and your mayor when it comes to discrimination by the police in your community. That's where you got to start. You got to start, you know what I'm saying, by putting pressure on the people that you elected, city council and the mayor, You know what I'm saying? Also, the prosecuting attorney for, you know what I'm saying, whatever county you live in or city you live in, you have to, you know what I'm saying, put pressure on these people to put pressure on the police to get things changed, like racial profiling, people being, you know, treated unjustly, unfairly, people being stopped, all the corruption or mistreatment of people in your community. Y'all got to band together and go to those people first if you want change. Don't wait for them to change the law. Don't wait for somebody to get killed. You know what I'm saying? When you get pulled over and you feel like the police did you wrong or whatever the case is, you can complain. They badge number and all that, the officer that wrote you the ticket, all that is on the ticket, all that information. All you got to do is make a complaint about that officer. You know what I'm saying? That's the start. Make a complaint about them. You know what I'm saying? And if it happens again, you know what I'm saying, then it's time to, you know what I'm saying, take it a step further. So depend on, you know what I'm saying, what your level of, what do I want to say, your level of interaction with police officers on, you know what I'm saying, how you place your complaint and things like that. But that's where it got to start at if y'all want to see change, because a lot of people are thinking that you go straight to the governor or you go straight to your state rep and all that type of stuff. They don't. They have a hand in local affairs, but the mayor and the city council have the biggest hand because they can put pressure on the police chief who creates the policies for his department. You know what I'm saying? To get that shit changed. Locally, I just seen that Southfield police chief just came out, and what he's done is they have a new policy in place to whereas if any officer stands by and watches another officer do anything wrong, miss any type of form of misconduct, he's going to be charged and penalized just the same as the officer doing the misconduct for standing by and doing nothing. Because not only are you failing the community, but you failing your fellow officer by letting them do something that you know ain't right, that you know that they shouldn't be doing. So, you know what I'm saying, I commend Southfield for doing that, for putting that policy in place. And we need other municipalities to do the same when it comes to their officers, keeping them in check. Because some of these people, you know, there's not a lot of checks and balances when it comes to deciding who gets to be a cop or not. It's not a glorifying job to a lot of people, and a lot of people don't want to be police officers. It's got to be done. And I get the fact that, you know what I'm saying, we do have a lot of people that they might take a shot at a police officer. They might try and shoot at them or whatever the case is, you know what I'm saying? So those things happen, but at the same time, don't let your experience with a bad cop make you feel that all cops are bad and all cops need to be punished, because that's not the case. It's the motherfuckers who got the job, they have, you know what I'm saying, they have hate in them, they have racism in them, they have ill intentions, they've been bullied most of their life, you know, and they feel like this badge gives them jurisdiction to bully everybody else or treat other people wrong because that's how they was treated out in society or whatever the case is. So we definitely gotta do our part to put the police officers who we pay by paying our taxes in the community to do the job the right way, which is to protect the citizens in the community and help them, and not to take their lives and not to treat them, you know what I'm saying, less than, you know, they supposed to be treated.
We paying them, they whooping our ass. That's the fucked up
right,
part.
Paid ass whooping.
Yeah, we paying them to whoop our ass, and
that ain't cool.
And a lot of people are like that. I mean, that concept alone, and it goes beyond just the police, but you know, the government and they corruption, whatever.
There's corruption at every level.
And so we paying for them to fuck us up. You know what I mean? Be it the police force.
I mean, if you really look at it that way, yeah, you kind of paying for an ass whooping.
We paying for an ass whooping. We paying for ass whooping, and we paying for what else? Shit, what else are we paying? We paying for damn near in the water, fluoride in our water. We paying for that. They fucking us up with that. We paying for this bullshit ass food, and we paying for this government that is getting away and allowing these motherfuckers to get away with fucking us up too. I mean, people got to.
And that's what I'm saying. That's because
they got to take it.
We not taking the steps. That's why I started where I started. Yeah. Because we not taking the steps to start. It's always a chain of command.
Yeah, but hold on.
So you gotta start. You gotta start local. Like if you had a problem with state police, then you got to go to the state.
Right. But
when it comes to sheriffs and local police, you got to go to your local government, which is, you know what I'm saying, your mayor and your city council.
Right. But
if you want to be reelected,
right,
you're going to get on top of this shit.
Right. But this is what I'm saying. People need to think about this. You paying these motherfuckers to serve you. That's what I'm trying to get people, you know what I'm saying? Just to think about that in and of itself.
And that's why I'm making the point
so we need to take action.
That's why I'm making that point.
Yeah, so because of the simple fact
you gotta take your action locally.
It doesn't deserve you to, you know what I mean, like pay taxes for a system that's fucking you up. And then at the end of the day and be like, yeah, well, whatever. You know what I mean? That's not going, because you still pay. You can say whatever. Oh, whatever it is, what it is. But you paying for this is what it is. You paying for that ass whooping. You paying for these taxes. You know, you paying for this drugs being pumped in your community. I mean, the 80s, whatever. It's a lot of shit that our money is being spent on that's going against us.
During that time, but we wouldn't. But you have to think though, we wasn't bringing the drugs into the community back then.
No, we wouldn't.
But now niggas is bringing drugs in the community,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And then, you know, and it's a lot of shit that we sit here, you know,
and debate over.
Yeah, but it ain't really. The point is, we're putting money into a system that is fucking us up. So like, and it's not just black people either. You know what I mean? It's the system,
everybody
it's the
paying for this shit. Everybody that's paying taxes is paying for this shit.
And that's you white people, y'all too with y'all white privilege. That's y'all paying for this shit.
Every person of every culture, every race, every background.
We all paying for it. So, you know, not everybody's on this, you know, on the black tip and everything like that. All right, it's hot right now. You know, people's emotions is getting tampered with, and you know what I mean. They get influenced to go out and vote, but influenced to go out and protest and all this stuff. The emotions is being tampered with, and you know, I realize that, you know, because you know that's how the media want us to go out here and rally up and, you know, pay attention to, you know, all this racial tension, which, you know, people have been talking about for a long time, you know what I mean? And I ain't negating away from it. Yeah, it's important, but it's a lot of other stuff as far as just racial tension that got to go along with the injustice of black people. And while all these people, be you black, be you white, be you whoever you out there protesting, now is your time. If you real about your shit, go out, get educated about the injustices that have been done for black people. And I ain't talking about nobody else, just straight up black people. You know, because we the ones who getting targeted. It ain't nobody else who's being used to rally people up like this. It's us. We the ones being constantly sacrificed. We ain't getting mad over no other race getting killed. But hold on. Let me finish before I forget, because I'm gonna forget. But they constantly portraying our images and triggering our energy toward racism. But you gotta understand that it's bigger than just racism. This to the, you know, black people, white people, everybody out here who feeling this right now and, you know, going out for justice. Well, justice means equal education. Justice means equal fucking water in our cities. You know what I mean? Our water is different from, you know, their water. Even our trash. You know, we don't even have a fucking recycling. You know what I mean? We don't even have recycling in the hood. You know,
they ain't asking for it.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Well, possibly, but water. We need clean water. You know, we do
have water, different water treatment facilities and stuff like that. That's the one thing about Pontiac is that we always purchase water from Detroit and then cleaned it ourselves and pumped it into our system. We never pumped water directly up from Detroit. That's like when you go down Updike, you see those two big blue,
Right.
what's
Right.
that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's our water.
Right.
And in the last 5 years where the county and the city has partnership on the water, they built the water treatment facility, you know what I'm saying, to treat the water in our system and everything as well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying they ain't putting the chlorine in it, because they probably is.
So the chlorine,
some
the
other
fluoride,
shit too.
you know, that's
But,
stuff too.
you know what
but
I'm
by
saying?
and large, the communities of, you know, of black communities have been, you know, statistically shown to have worse water than, you know what I mean? We lucked up with that one.
Yeah,
but
a
you
lot
know,
of motherfuckers get their water from us, or have been using our water
using, but-
system and ain't been paying.
but outside of Michigan, other states, you know, black communities have been having worse water. It's, you know, it's just been, so that's not even a racial issue. That's just a community issue. You know what I'm saying?
Think about that though. How do you divert like the bad water just to the areas?
Nigga,
where
I don't know how they do that shit. I don't know
like,
how they do that
How do you
shit.
do that? Like,
I don't fucking know.
Because it had to be like people of other races that lived over there at some time. They was like, you know what? All the white folks that move,
no.
let's make sure the bad water goes to that side of town.
I don't know.
That'll be some amazing shit to, you know what I'm saying?
Who knows
to
how
be
they
able
got
to
that
do.
shit.
Like they got a switch that they turn and bloop, bad water. You know what
Bad
I'm
water
saying?
over here, good water over here.
Right.
Yeah. But
So-
you know, I mean, just constant disenfranchisement, and the list goes on and on. You know what I'm
but
saying?
see, the thing is, I want to say this.
Yeah.
About let's take this to Flint. The thing with Flint was infrastructure. Not, you know what I'm saying, not updating the plumbing, the main sewage drains and things like that over the years. Mm-hmm. I think General Motors probably had some of the play in that. You know what I'm saying? From having plants there that probably pumped chemicals and things like that through these same, you know what I'm saying, through these same water lines and stuff like that. You know
Who knows? Who knows?
And then, you know, Flint's normal water system is polluted. You know what I'm saying? When they got off of Detroit water, when they have Flint water, because, you know, there's lakes and things like that in Flint, that water is corrosive and it's more contaminated. So when they switched on to the Flint water system to stop paying, you know what I'm saying, to have water pumped up from Detroit, you know what I'm saying, that's when that infrastructure started to fail. You know what I'm saying? Because the water quality was shit. So, you know, that's another thing that played into it. You know what I'm saying? Just like in Pontiac, you know, Flint was a General Motors city.
Right.
So when General Motors pulled most of their big operations out of Flint, you had loss of, you know what I'm saying, income tax base.
Right. When nobody
so the money that would have paid to, you know what I'm saying, replace this infrastructure and stuff like that is gone. You know what I'm saying? Because this city no longer has the tax base it used to have because the big industry has left. Same thing, and you can go down the I-75 corridor from Saginaw to Flint to Pontiac to Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Each one of those cities went through bankruptcy, receivership, all of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Unemployment, all that shit. Yep. But like to what I was saying, this shit is bigger than just you know, people getting killed by the cops. So and this is for everybody who, you know, out there with that energy. Educate ourselves about this disenfranchisement, and if you really down with it, you know what I'm saying, stick with it and rock with it and mean it, because it's just isn't your ego have you going out here, you know what I'm saying, just to be like, oh, I was a part of something. But no, that's not where, that's just one part of it. It's making sure that, you know, black people get an equal share economically, all type of stuff. And so is they really down for the fact, or is you know what I'm saying, what is your motives behind doing what you do?
Right.
And my thing is, make it be genuine and not just, you going out there following the herd because they want you to follow the herd. But since you out there with the herd, since you following it, you gonna keep that energy when this shit is over, when it's all said and done, when it's on to the next shit. Is you gonna still give a fuck about racial injustice after this is said and done?
Right.
So, you know, I'm all for righteousness. I'm all for, you know, equality and everything like that. But do it because it's right, not because it's hot. Not because you and your emotions right now and it's a quarantine, which if it wasn't a quarantine, you wouldn't see half these motherfuckers protesting. We already know that.
Possibly.
Nigga would be at nigga.
Very good possibility.
I'm playing mad, nigga. I gotta go to work tomorrow. It'll be enough, you know what I mean?
Very good possibility of that.
Very good possibility. So it's a lot of factors at play here. But while we here, let's go ahead and go ahead and grab this bull by the horn and not make it a fad, not make it genuine. Because if you genuine about it, you know, you're going to rock with it until the end of it, no matter what. And through the COVID, after the COVID, everything like that.
Right.
You know, so just be genuine about that. And if you really want to stand up, and white people, we need y'all to be the ones to keep standing up. Because for real, y'all the ones with the money and the power.
And
we need y'all.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. We definitely need them not to turn a blind eye, and we definitely need to take the same stance that their forefathers and ancestors took during the civil rights movement, and be all the way down with, you know what I'm saying, equality for everybody. But we need to do it the right way. Everybody talks about voting. We know that you know what I'm saying, this is an election year. When it comes down to voting, don't cast your vote for the puppet candidate. Like every candidate got some level of some form of corruption or whatever the case is. They honestly can't make all the promises that they promise us come true. But we need to make sure that the things that we need in our community and the things that are near and dear to us definitely come true. Nobody needs to cast a vote for people that ain't doing shit for you. You know what I'm saying? You always hear about all these people talking about, well, my vote don't mean nothing and this and that. No, your vote means something. You just need to get behind a candidate that's for you and for your people. Black people, we always giving our votes to people that ain't got our interest. You know what I'm saying? They come in, they shuck and jive, do all this little shit, eat some hot sauce and some fried chicken and motherfucking watermelon or something, and people think they black. Just like we had Hillary Clinton come out here and she whipping and nay-naying and all this shit. That don't mean you down for our cause. That don't mean care about our issues.
Right.
You just trying to do what you need to do or what you think you need to do. Your campaign manager told you to do to get our vote.
And see, with that,
I'm not fucking with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you like this. I voted for President Obama, and before that, guess what? I voted for all the independents. You know what I'm saying? All the other parties that you don't hear about. You know what I'm saying? They got candidates that's just as good as Democrats and Republicans. Those the people I voted for because I did my research on what they were trying to do and what they wanted for not just black people, but for all people. So at the end of the day, I hope that we researching and not just, you know what I'm saying, going out there voting because your grandmama and them voted for them, or your cousin or everybody else voting for them too, so you jumping and following the fad. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you like this. I don't have faith in Joe Biden. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he riding on Obama coattails. I don't remember much, if any, of what Joe Biden accomplished during the 8 years he was in office with President Obama.
He allegedly touched a lot of women. Did you ever see that? he allegedly grabbed a lot of pussies, motherfucker. Did you see?
This dude get me off subject. So back to what I was saying. So
allegedly.
So this is my thing. Who I did vote for was Bernie Sanders, because Bernie Sanders not only had black people but people of all nationalities, you know what I'm saying, in mind in his campaign and what he was trying to fight for. You know what I'm saying? Just like there's a United Nations between the countries, in America, we need a United Nations of the minorities that's in this country. You know what I'm saying? Whether you African American, Asian, Latino, Puerto Rican, Dominican, whatever. If you live in this country, was born in this country, or whatever the case is, or you're able to vote in this country, and you considered a minority, which also includes white women, which is dumbfounding to me, we all need to get on the same page and vote together and move together as a unit to get things done for us, because we're all considered the lower class to the so-called 1%, which is the white man. Now, you know that we outnumber the single white man. Like all those different cultures I just mentioned, we outnumber the white men in this country. You understand? The other thing is you always hear about black people are 1/3 of the population, but we have over $1 billion, if not $1 trillion purchasing power.
About $2 trillion a year.
You know what I'm saying? The money that we spend. Now think of that. If you're 1/3 of the total population, how in the fuck do you have that much spending power? When you got all this poverty in our community, all this unemployed people in our community, how do we have over $1 trillion, you know what I'm saying, of purchasing power? So that lets you know that the population that they're telling you about, the 1/3 or whatever the case is, that got to be either the amount of people that vote, or they're using some other kind of calculation when it comes to that. Because there's no way that that small of a population has that much power, purchasing power, you know what I'm saying, or buying power in the country. So knowing what we know, that it's definitely more of us than they talk about, and we do have that kind of an effect on the economy, we need to use that wisely. We need to stop rushing out and trying to buy the latest bullshit and all that type of stuff, and use those dollars to get us politicians, to get us people in office that care about our needs and that our needs are met. But just think about that. If black people alone have that much purchasing power, think about adding on everybody else with us, all the other minorities, Latino, Mexicans, Native Americans, you know what I'm saying, white women. Think about how much purchasing power we got then. We basically control the country. And we need to use that to make sure that we treat it equal and fairly in the country, period, point blank. I know a lot of people, I don't want to fuck with these people and that people, but we can't do it alone. You know what I'm saying? Because if Native Americans got the government to give them land, free college education, and things like that, we can't piggyback on that. You know what I'm saying? We have to go. Piggyback. What I'm saying is, what I mean by piggybacking is that we can't go and get what the Native Americans got because the Native Americans got it. But if the Native Americans join our cause, you know what I'm saying, we can make it better for all of us, because they got that and they got casinos and they still got the same problems in their community that we got. They still got drug use. They still got people, you know what I'm saying, robbing, killing, and stealing. They still got the government fucking them over on their own land, which is supposed to be governed by them.
Yeah, but they
ain't even supposed to be governed by the American government or federal government, and they still going into their land and telling them what they can and can't do.
I mean,
how?
I mean, they came over here and did it in the first place because they got finagled. Like how they, that's what I'm saying. Like how they had us, and they was hunting us. Like they was paying Indians to hunt us down during slavery. Us and all that. Right. So they was already selling us out. So this is what I'm saying. Selling us out. So this is what I'm saying. Moving as a unit
everybody can get the equality that they deem or that they looking for in this country as we move as a unit and stop trying to move separately. You know what I'm saying? Separately, we ain't getting shit accomplished.
I mean, well, the thing about it is, because black people, we got our own circumstances that we need to take care of home first. You know what I'm saying? Before we go, as far as I'm concerned, before we go talk about merging with anybody else, we got to get our own shit together.
That's the whole thing.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. So we need to get individually. You know, I get my shit together. We individually get our own shit together before we even think about fucking with any other race. Because
that would be the perfect storm. But guess what?
But that's what we need to do.
Just as soon as you say about cleaning our shit up, you know what I'm saying? The first argument you gonna get, because people are always saying, you know what I'm saying, well, y'all killing each other in your own community. Y'all doing just as much as anybody else is doing to y'all and all that type of stuff. Until people are ready to clean that up, you know what I'm saying? Clean up the bullshit in our community, which a lot of people ain't. Right. Motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, from being in gangs to dope games and you know what I'm saying, and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying, to stop killing each other and doing each other wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Taking care of home. Yes, until we stop doing all that.
But this is what I'm saying. Not just in our community are we doing it. They doing it to each other in these other communities too.
But the thing about it is, you can't compare our plight to them because
you can.
No, you can't, because no other race on this planet has been through what we've been through. No other race has been disenfranchised like how we've been disenfranchised. And so that's why we have an individual issue that we need to take care of before we go even thinking about, you know, dealing with other races. If they want to help, the thing about it is, that's what we need to realize on an individual level. You know what I'm saying?
On an individual level, it's not gonna happen.
But that's the thing about it is, if you can't get it together on an individual level, how you gonna get it together on a group level?
I'm about to explain it to you.
How you gonna get it? I'm
finna explain it to you how it works when you use everybody else.
But what it sound like?
Listen to this.
Sound like
because every group,
Martin Luther King in the civil rights movement, which ended up screwing us and making everything else better for every other race, and them taking advantage of what we were supposed to be having. So that's kind of is this like a new version of that?
So look at this.
Because you include everybody else.
So look at this. We know. Look at this. We know everybody ain't gonna join in. We know that everybody not gonna get their act together, clean up shit. That's the hardest thing to do.
We can't expect.
That's the hardest thing to do. Yeah. So you can't police your own self or clean up your own race if everybody ain't gonna get on board. We know that. But if you got more people going for the same causes, the same equality, you know what I'm saying? We can't change the shit that happened in the past. We can't change what happened to us in slavery. We can't change what happened to us in
yesterday.
In civil rights.
Is going about right now.
It is. Let me finish though. Let me finish.
We could change the shit right now.
That's what I'm getting. But that's what I'm getting at. We can't change none of the things that happened to us in the past. But if we want to change the shit that's going on now, we need everybody to join into the same fight that we have, because it's not enough of us that's trying to do the right thing. But if you got majority of us doing the right thing, majority of Mexicans doing the right thing, majority of motherfucking Asians, majority of, you know what I'm saying, all these different, you know what I'm saying, cultures coming together, and we all trying to get the same thing, now you have a better balance. Because all black people ain't gonna try and get their shit together.
No, not all. No race is gonna.
That's what I'm saying. It's just too many. I'm gonna say it like this for our own race, because you said about our own race,
own individual.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to get our shit together.
Right.
It's just too many motherfuckers that live. It's too many people that live a fucked up lifestyle. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And do corrupt shit that are just used to that, and they're not gonna change it. You know what I'm saying? To benefit us as a whole.
Well, we don't need them niggas.
You don't, but you do, because you need the numbers.
We need the numbers.
You need the numbers. You need, when it comes to voting, when it comes to getting policies put in place, when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, just being out there protesting and everything else, you need the numbers.
I'm not talking about policy. I'm not talking about
But that's where the change. That's where the change starts at. If we want anything to get better for us, period, point blank, it starts with policy, law, and everything going on in our local governments, and then going up to the state level.
I'm talking about before you even get there, you got to get it right at your crib. That's what I'm saying. You can't just get a bunch of people to get first. Or you ain't got no plan. You got to get a plan together. So you're gonna get a bunch of people with no plan together to go. You know what I'm saying?
No, you gonna give them the plan,
right? But I'm saying
give them the plan. You just need everybody to participate.
I'm talking about in this totality, individually. I'm not talking about.
But I'm saying individually, we not. But, we can't. In our own community, we can't even get motherfuckers to agree on. You know what I'm saying? Not supporting the bullshit.
So they gonna agree on this too? That's what I'm saying.
They gonna go out and support the bullshit.
You gonna still have niggas that's gonna
find a way. I'm gonna tell you like this: if you find a way, you know what I'm saying, for motherfuckers in your community that's committing crimes, selling dope, and that's their way of life. That's how they support their family, make their money, and all that type of stuff. If you find a way for them to stop the bullshit that they doing, you know what I'm saying, and make a living, support their families and everything else, you know what I'm saying, then you probably, you know what I'm saying, are going to get mostly everybody then. But and be able to police your community and get everybody on the same page then. But if you ain't got no solution, if you don't have a solution to that, you know what I'm saying, what immediately affects people in the community, you're not going to get everybody to turn over and go for the bigger cause. Because while everybody's fighting for the bigger cause, you still got these people that's not eating, living in poverty,
right,
and everything else.
And that's why people are doing these things, because they are in poverty. And why are you in poverty? Because your family is broken up. Because your daddy is in jail. Because your mama got to work 2 and 3 jobs to support you. Because the family structure is broke down. So if you get the family right, you start there before how you gonna fix that when you ain't fixed this? You see what I'm saying?
No,
I'm talking about a long term thing. I'm not talking about policy. I'm talking about real life. Right.
I get you on how
that change before.
I get you on how that plays into it, but that's, you know what I'm saying, there's plenty of successful black people that came from broken homes.
Definitely.
There's plenty of black people that's still making it. You know what I'm saying? Without a two parents in the household or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? It definitely can help. It definitely looks good. But what I'm saying is at the end of the day, you're responsible for the choices that you make and the path that you take to get to your success or where you want to be in life. And we got a lot of people, man, that just don't want to do anything more than the bare minimum. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, we definitely got it.
If they cut off welfare right motherfucking now, Medicaid and all that, people will be fucked, and not just black people, a lot of people.
Right.
So that's so this is what I'm saying.
Why is that though? They've become dependent on the government. They have not gotten the entrepreneurial spirit to go out and get their own shit.
Well, you have that, but some people are
in poverty.
You know what I'm saying? Some people are mentally not capable. You know what I'm saying? Not capable of holding a job, or you know what I'm saying? There's many other factors that play into it.
Yeah, it's a lot.
But where we have to start is, like I said, where we got to start is, like I said, you have to, in order to get, like I said, people in our community that's committing crime, selling dope, doing all that just to get ahead or just to feed their family, whatever the case is, if you can't provide no solution for them to take care of their family, you know what I'm saying, while we go out here and as a whole get our, you know what I'm saying, get our situation together as the black community, it's gonna be hard to get everybody on board.
So how is the government going
I'm about to show you, because the government
make sure that they get that the community.
It ain't the government.
The local government is what we talk about. That's what I'm saying. The local government.
If we
try,
I
thought you were talking about the government.
This is what I'm saying.
Okay, go ahead.
If we as black people trying to get the local, state, and federal government to change, you know what I'm saying? We need everybody on board, and everybody, you know what I'm saying, supporting what we doing. You know what I'm saying? We can't take government handouts and stuff. It's just like what the Black Panthers was doing. You know what I'm saying? They were taking care of their community, making sure everybody ate, making sure everybody could pay their bills and all of that stuff.
Taking
You see
care
what
of
I'm saying?
home.
But we don't have. But that's what I'm saying. We don't have that in our community. You know what I'm saying?
So we need Black Panthers.
So no, we need the type of support that the Black Panthers gave their community. We need that, and we need that in the Black community as a whole,
from within the Black community itself.
Yes.
Home, taking care of home. No, yeah,
exactly.
We and that's part of the problem is we are not doing that. You know what I mean? Like I said,
Right,
we gotta once we can take care of, and that's something that starts from home and it branches out into the community.
It can, but I think that we can get. I think that this damn thing.
I think that's about to fall.
But this is my thing. I think that the fight that we're trying to get as far as equality when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, the laws in our community, you know what I'm saying, dealing with racism, you always gonna have racism. I don't think we ever gonna completely stamp out racism. But if we want to see policy, law, and things reflect what, you know what I'm saying, is actually going on in our community, police in our community that look like us, understand us, and are there to support us and keep us safe and things like that, it starts at, like I said, the local level.
But it's still bigger than that because you got to think about.
It's always going to be bigger than that, but you have to start.
But the system in and of itself.
You got to start locally.
Like look at crime in and of itself. Like let's look at how a black man and a white man can do the same crime, and a black man get more time than the white man. You know what I'm saying?
And you got to start to change that at the local level.
But that's the judicial system.
It's the judicial system, but where's the judicial system at? In your local what? Your local community.
Right, it depends on where you at.
So you got to change that in your local community first before you looking at a federal judge or anybody, you know what I'm saying, to change that. Notice, we have to vote in judges, district attorneys, mayors, city council, all that. Like I said, if these people want our vote to stay in office, to get elected in the office or anything, they need to be doing the things that we need them to do in our community. Like I said, city council and the mayor have power over a police chief. They got to put pressure on him to put policies within his jurisdiction, within his department, to make sure that his cops are in line. That's where it started. You know what I'm saying? All this protesting and stuff is cool, but we need to protest at the local level. And we go and say, yo, mayor, you got to do something about this police motherfucking department. Too many officers doing this, that, and the third. We got too many complaints that's going unanswered, this, and that. That mayor, one, their job is now on the line. They, you know what I'm saying, can get voted out of office or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? They not doing what they supposed to be doing. Them city council members, their reign as city council members is up before mayor's is. Their terms as city council members is shorter than mayor's is. You know what I'm saying? So if all these people that we voting for and electing into our public local offices ain't doing what they supposed to do in our community, they got to get the fuck on. And we got to put people in there that's going to do what need to be done. You know what I'm saying? Once we get past the city council and the mayor, you got to go to your state representative who represents you, you know what I'm saying, at the state level to be on the governor ass. Look, people in this community that voted your ass in, they tired of XYZ going on. What are you going to do about it? You know what I'm saying? It has to start. We got to move the chain of command, and we have to work inside the confines of the law and how shit works. That's what I'm saying. At the local level, you don't need the law change. Policy is the first thing. Police officers go by policy and procedure. And who passes that down? The police chief. They make the policy and procedures that cops have to follow under their rule. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the main scale, if we got a judge that's locking up, giving niggas more time than white people and everybody else, get their ass up out of there. We got to vote them out. You know what I'm saying? You won't be a judge around this motherfucker if you doing that. If you not for the people, if you not being fair. You know what I'm saying? But we don't, that's what I'm saying, we don't participate in a lot of the voting when it comes to this shit. You know what I'm saying? We let Joe Schmo and all they people go to the polls, vote Judge such and such in, or whatever the case is, and he gonna support the motherfuckers that voted him. Oh, you a Anglo-Saxon white guy, you get caught with tons of dope and all this stuff, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, you from the community that put me in office, I'm going to cut you a deal. Mm-hmm. I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm going to make sure you don't get that much time. But you a black, Asian, Latino or something from a jurisdiction that's within my community that didn't vote, didn't support me or do anything else, I'm going to treat you how the written law is got to be treated. I ain't going to give you no special treatment. I ain't going to do you no favors. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's just like the lobbyists in the federal government. The lobbyists get what they want because they pumping money to these people campaign. We don't do that. We not pumping money into nobody campaign that's trying to do anything for us.
No, we not.
Like I said, as soon as a motherfucker come down shucking and jiving, you know what I'm saying? They supposedly listen to rap music, eat fried chicken and watermelon and all that. Oh, they a nigga. We gonna vote for them. You know what I'm saying? Bill Clinton fucked over black people.
And they still vote for him.
With the crime bill, you know what I'm saying, and NAFTA. And because this nigga played a saxophone and get his dick sucked in the White House, oh, he black, or he was black president. No, the fuck he's not.
I mean, but you can look at the shit they doing now. You know what I mean? Shucking and jiving with, come on, what was it? Like Nancy, you see this shit with Nancy Pelosi and them coming out there with the Kente cloths and that shit on?
I seen it. I don't know. I don't know if that's shucking and jiving.
Like, come on,
because they not doing that. They not doing that to get a vote.
That's shucking and you know what I'm saying?
They showing that they support.
Come on, man.
It's, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all been knowing what's going on. Y'all been knowing the problems.
But this is next. Can you honestly say, you look at Nancy Pelosi track record? You know what I'm saying? She been about equality from day one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'm not, because I ain't gonna act like I'm
that's my
her
thing.
like that.
My thing is this: if you got the track record of, you know what I'm saying, you ain't never tried to help no minority, because she's a minority, she's a white woman. You ain't never tried to do shit for any minorities or anything like that. Your track record don't speak it. None of the policies you try to get it put in place speak it or anything like that. If you come out, I don't give a fuck if you come out, you know what I'm saying, with an all Black Lives Matter shirt and all that type of shit, and you kneeling and everything, and you giving fucking Kaepernick a high five. I'm not supporting the bullshit. I never have, and I won't.
That's the thing, people do, and that's what they always do. No matter what, they always come out, shuck and jive, get their vote, and don't do shit for the black people. What make you think this gonna be any different? You see what I'm saying?
Because
it's always the same thing. We get these niggas behind us, and then we get them behind us, and then we don't get them shit when we get in office.
If you look at the last two elections, you know what I'm saying, black people came out in droves and voted for the right candidate. But what happened is that other people didn't come out and vote for the right candidates as well. You know what I'm saying? Because when with Bernie Sanders running, like I said, against Hillary Clinton, guess who didn't support him? His own party didn't support him. They didn't want him to get support. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't want him to get. They didn't want Bernie Sanders to get the nomination to become president because people in the Democratic faction don't like some of Bernie's policies and the way he does politics because he's trying to take care of everybody. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. We faithfully vote Democratic when Democrats ain't did shit for us. They haven't. The track record proves it. You
I know that.
Initially,
that's
black
why I said we can't even depend on these niggas to do shit for us.
And this is the other thing. Initially, black people were Republicans.
And then they switched
you know what I'm
over
saying?
to Democrats.
And Republicans ain't do shit. You know what I'm saying? Republicans ain't do more than Democrats is doing now. So either way it goes, at least when Republicans, you know what I'm saying, when we were staunch Republicans, you know what I'm saying, we had a basis for why. You know what I'm saying? Because Republicans were trying to reform shit at that point in time. But, you know what I'm saying, moving forward, nah. You know what I'm saying? After, a couple civil wars, and all that. Ain't nobody for us, and we keep giving our
They
votes.
never been for us.
We keep giving our votes to people.
Why would they? This
You know
system
what I'm
has always
saying?
been
That ain't
against
trying
us.
to do nothing for
Whether
us.
it's this system in this country or whether it's the system in Africa where you're still over there raping and pillaging and stealing their resources. This has been a system at large that has been constantly, keeping us down.
What I hate about Africa is that Africa still, as a country, hasn't come together government wise, because you have all these countries in Africa that are not on the same page.
It's a lot of,
and you have all these presidents and people in these countries in Africa, and a lot of them are taking $1 billion or better loans from, China, and selling out their people just so they can live a high life.
Right, you got the same thing.
So if Africa comes, and this is just my opinion.
But that's new though.
If Africa comes together, as a people, and as countries, and get on the same page, they can support each other and do what they need to do. Definitely. Now, as far as the invasion, as far as the invasion of Britain and the United Kingdom and all this type of stuff, we can't change what they did in the past.
They still
as far as
coming
coming
in today though.
But they own that land. But they bought that shit.
I'm talking about they coming into Ghana, like they coming in. But you could say they bought the land, but come on now, we know that's just conquest. It's still the same thing.
It is, but
it's still the same thing.
But this is
bought
the thing.
The land, but you coming over to take over shit.
But this is the thing. If you the Ghanaian president, you ain't got to give them motherfuckers nothing. You ain't got to sell them land or none of that. But if you decide to sell them land and not use that money to benefit your people or your community or your country or state, you know what I'm saying? Then you fucking your own people over, and you know what I'm saying? I can't say it ain't no room to complain, but you know what I'm saying? It's hard to complain when you're letting the people in to do the shit that they doing.
Yeah, it's hard, and a lot of times you gotta think like you're coming with that bread. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people just, you know what I mean? They get finagled by the bread. Then,
that's what I'm saying. But
that's one method, and then they got the destabilize. Then we come in. And then we save you with our money, and now we put your country in debt. The same playbook. Right. So they always use the same play.
But that's what I'm saying.
So they go through these extremes to destabilize it. So that's just one extreme of niggas selling out.
It is,
but you still got the destabilizing.
Right.
But they still coming after the resources of Africa.
That's what I'm saying. If you're not using the money that you get, okay, if you sell off a portion of your land or whatever the case is in your country, you need to use that money to create infrastructure, jobs, and things, you know what I'm saying? To build the wealth in your country or your community or whatever the case is.
But that's when you try to do that.
They're not doing that.
But when you try to do that, you get Muammar Gaddafi, right? Who was trying to actually help the African people.
He was.
And what they did, and then So what did they do to him? They made all these.
Hillary Clinton killed him.
Well, I mean, but she didn't do it on her own accord.
Ordered the hit.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. He was trying to stabilize Africa. He was trying to get them back on their feet, and they're not going to allow that to happen. And
because it wasn't that they didn't want him to stabilize Africa. What the thing behind Muammar Gaddafi is that he was trying to open a central bank, and he was trying to make the dinar the new currency. You see what I'm saying? Which would have
freed them from
because
all his Federal Reserves.
Because all their money would have been backed by gold.
Exactly.
So you know what I'm saying? What he was trying to do was start a new world currency. I'll put it like this. Because had he not been trying to do it at such an extreme level, you know what I'm saying? I think that he could have been over time successful in what he was trying to accomplish. But the fact that, you know what I'm saying, making the gold standard when money has been inflated since the 70s would have fucked everybody's currency up. American, douche marks,
exactly why he had to
yen,
go. Exactly
everything.
Why he had to go.
So you know what I'm saying. But this is the thing. Like I said, had he took a different approach, You know what I'm saying? And got more, because he had a lot of people with him. A lot of people, a lot of countries were behind, you know what I'm saying, moving to that currency and things like that. So it ain't like it wasn't a lot of people that was with it. But
in time, that would have freed these destabilized countries. It would have, got them back on their feet. Headed to these bankers, which is the problem right now.
You got that. But guess who's trying to do that over here?
This is what Trump is doing. Trump is actually what is happening right now, and I'm glad you brought that up because people not paying attention to that. With all this that's going on right now, and it's not necessarily Trump, because people got to understand Trump and all these presidents don't act on their own accord. They are following orders.
They don't.
They following orders. So whatever orders they doing it for the higher ups. And that's just, we can say this, that, and the third.
They don't, but it's
a joke to them.
Two sides of that coin because, you got, America wants to get back to, you know what I'm saying, being the superpower that it's always been. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that if we get back on the gold standard and take out the inflation of money, eventually our currency will be the stronger currency. You know what I'm saying? Because it's backed by gold and silver. That's one of the things that Trump wants to do. But at the same time, we can't do that because we are so reliant on China for importing our goods and stuff like that. That's why they're trying to bring jobs and things back. But at the end of the day, all that shit has to take time. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the things that Trump is trying to do, and I don't want people to get it confused. I ain't a Trump supporter, you know what I'm saying? But I do look at the shit that he's trying to do, you know what I'm saying, to try and get some understanding. That's what Republicans want. What a lot of y'all don't understand is that the United States is a de facto government. Well, the United States government is a de facto government.
It's a business. The United
States of America is a corporation.
It's a corporation.
And we are run like a business. The president is basically the CEO of the corporation. And he works for the higher-ups and the people. You see what I'm saying?
More or less the higher-ups.
We as the people, our taxes make this shit run and make this shit happen. You know what I'm saying? America was never purchased. There was never no American purchase by the government or anything like that. The shit was, you know what I'm saying? That's why it's called de facto government, because it was basically taken over and constructed from there. So what you have to understand, whether you Democrat, Republican, Libertarian, fucking Green Party, whatever you are, if you live in, you know what I'm saying, if you live in this country, is the way that shit really works. So when it comes down to it, you know what I'm saying? The way our currency works, which used to be backed by gold, is not anymore since the 70s.
Nah, before the 70s.
No, it was the 70s when they deregulated. When who was it?
I'm thinking about the Federal Reserve.
Nah, when they took us off of the gold standard, that happened.
That was in the 70s?
That was the 70s.
I forget. Okay,
that was the 70s.
I'm thinking about the.
That's why you used to, in the 70s, you could buy a fucking brand new car off the lot or off from the factory for $3,000-$4,000. You know what I'm saying? And then when they took us off the gold standard and then basically inflated American currency, you know what I'm saying? That's why they always got to calculate for inflation. Once they did that, that's why shit costs as much as it does, because the money doesn't have the value that you say it is. $100,000, you know what I'm saying, is not actually $100,000. You know what I'm saying? It may look like it. It may say it in your bank account, but it's probably actually $60,000. You feel me? That's, you know what I'm saying? There's 40% inflation on your money. You know what I'm saying? So y'all have to understand how the government works and how all this stuff plays into the game of how we live in this country. That's why, you know what I'm saying, like I said, China, through the NAFTA agreement, we sent a lot of business and manufacturing to China and other countries. You see what I'm saying? Before that, China was a poor nation, but it had a lot of people. You see what I'm saying? So over the years since NAFTA and stuff has been in place, because you have billions of people in China on this little ass island, you know what I'm saying? The money that we paying them to manufacture the goods and stuff that we buy in America, you see what I'm saying? they basically paying us back the money that we, you know what I'm saying, or loaning us back the money that we paid them for our manufacturing and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I want to say 85 to 90% of the things that we purchase is made over there.
But now we trillions of dollars.
You know what I'm saying? We're trillion dollars in debt because they have more people. So what you have is when you got 1 billion people living on a fucking island, every individual on that island is worth about, you know what I'm saying, X amount of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And compensation and everything like that, because we created the infrastructure that gave them the jobs. From manufacturing to shipping, you know what I'm saying? All of that. So if y'all notice, what happened with COVID-19 is a lot of companies had to start shifting manufacturing to other countries. They had to pull a lot of their manufacturing from China. You know what I'm saying? Which is eventually going to hurt China's infrastructure somewhat, but not as much, you know what I'm saying, to where they're not still going to be making the money that they're making or whatever the case is. You see what I'm saying? You got to think what they get paid over there, you know what I'm saying, like their wages and things like that, have them living good, but it's not even on the level of what we live in America, so to speak. But it's, you know what I'm saying, the cost is way less. If you a single man over in China and you want to live in a nice condo and a high rise and all that, you only got to be making like maybe $30,000-$40,000 American a year to live a good life and drive a nice car and everything and be good. But over here, you know what I'm saying, $30,000-$40,000 ain't gonna get you shit. You still damn near living, you know what I'm saying, just above the poverty line, if not in poverty or one check away from it.
30,000 is just above. It's right at the cusp, right? And 30,000 is the.
But see, Millicent, what I'm explaining is why China owns the debt, because we gave them the manufacturing. You see what I'm saying? We gave them, with the NAFTA agreement, we gave them about 90% of our manufacturing. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the things Trump is trying to do, which is bring manufacturing back over here, which will bring jobs, which will, you know what I'm saying, 10, 20 years, you know, bring all that infrastructure back to the U.S. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, a lot of people against it because they get manufacturing cheaper over there and they don't want to pay the cost over here. So you damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know what I'm saying? But we can bail ourselves out if we bring back a lot of, you know what I'm saying, manufacturing shit over here. It's just that the labor won't be cheap. See, over there, they ain't got to deal with unions or none of that other shit, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to manufacturing. They making Nikes over there for $2-3, you know what I'm saying, an hour, and we buying them motherfuckers for a couple hundred, you know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan is worth $2 billion, you know what I'm saying, from reselling shoes.
$2 billion?
Yeah, $2 billion, bro.
I know he was worth $2 billion.
On his deal with Nike, you know what I'm saying? He said every pair of Jordans that come out is what, over $150, $200, $300? You know what I'm saying? Easily. And it costs less than $5 to make them motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? That's the translation. You know how much it costs to make a PlayStation and shit over there? You know what I'm saying? We paying $400-$500 for PlayStations and shit, and the motherfucker only costs probably $20 to make, if that.
But that's why they got.
You know what I'm saying? They have all the manufacturing and shit over there, and because of NAFTA, in the last 20 years, you know what I'm saying, we've succumbed to that. So that's why, you know what I'm saying, a lot of the shit is going on.
Well, I mean, one of the things right now that a lot of people, and I talked to you about it, is that America is behind like a motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
In 5G and technology.
Yeah, we behind
and China is, and this is why they having this quote unquote trade war going on right now, because China basically got the monopoly on 5G. I mean, they created it. Well, not I won't say China, but
most technology.
Huawei, right? Huawei. That's how they say it. Huawei.
The company that make phones, they call it Huawei. It's a Korean company. They're not China.
Huawei.
Korean.
Whatever.
Huawei.
Huawei? Hey, who?
It's Huawei.
Okay, anyway.
I know what you're talking about. That's a Korean company.
Huawei. Wait a minute. Now I know what I'm talking about. Huawei.
I know the W ain't pronounced like that.
No, that's not the right one. You think about something different.
Yes, they're probably the second biggest manufacturer of technology. I know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about Huawei. Let me see.
Spell it.
Huawei. Huawei. That's what I said.
Huawei is how it's pronounced. I'm telling you, they're a Korean company. They're not China.
Okay.
And that's why it's that's why it's a lot of trade blocks on them selling a lot of their devices here in America.
Right, because they're trying to stop
China.
From,
the monopoly. They trying to break up the Chinese monopoly. Yeah.
Theoretically, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Canada's intelligence agency warned for red. The daughter of billionaire Huawei founder Xi Jinping set off the global shockwave serious effects with the Chinese.
That's drop the U.
Huawei.
Just drop the U, not who. Just Huawei.
They say Huawei.
I'm just telling you how I heard.
I know they said Huawei. I've been learning Huawei.
So,
that's the Huawei.
Not what I heard. But anyways, like I said, so
China tech giant Huawei. That's what I said. It's a Chinese.
But that's why they can't sell. That's why they can't sell phones over here. And they've been a big phone competitor over here for years. Mm-hmm. But now they blocking them because you know what I'm saying of what's going on in China and what's going on with the trade wars. Yeah. So at the end of the day, like I said, if we get a lot of manufacturing back over here, eventually we can bring down the cost of all this shit that we play for. You know what I'm saying? If you are African Americans in the United States, I want y'all to look up a company called Figures Communication.
What's that?
It's black owned. He's from the South.
Figures like shape.
Figures. Figgers. And Figures. That's Freddie Figures is his name. Figures Communication builds phones here in the United States. It's a black-owned company. You know what I'm saying? And their phones are, if not better than the Chinese phones that we getting, on the same level and have the same features.
When you found out about this?
I've known about it for a while. I did some research on it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm putting it out there. If you want to support a black phone company, you know what I'm saying, look at Figures Communication. You can get a phone that's made in America by a black company, black CEO, you know what I'm saying, and is on par with the T-Mobiles, the AT&Ts, and everything as far as service and the type of phones that you can get.
Gotta say this bitch looks dope.
For y'all that listen to, you know what I'm saying, Young Jeezy, you'll hear even Young Jeezy mentioning it in some of his music. You know what I'm saying? He supports Figures Communication.
I just heard about this.
Definitely, you know what I'm saying, go and check that out. But moving forward, like I said, you know, all of these things tie into the oppression of black people in the United States. You know what I'm saying? Not just on a federal level, but on a local level. So, like I said, with us having all the buying power that we say that we have, we need to put that buying power into companies that support us. We need to put all this protesting and voting into the local, start at your local government level. You know what I'm saying? When you want to see immediate change, because immediate change comes from policy. When we're talking about police chiefs make policies for their officers. So when you want to see policy change, as I mentioned earlier today, the Southfield, the police department, the chief has made new policy that any cop that stands by and watches another cop perform misconduct of any form, you know what I'm saying, will be reprimanded or charged just like they was the cop that was committing a crime. You know what I'm saying? And they have a black police chief. You know what I'm saying? I think that all, you know, municipalities, you know what I'm saying, police departments and whatnot need to adopt that. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at what happened with George Floyd, all 4 of the cops involved in that situation had to be fired, you know what I'm saying, in order to be punished by the law. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, I was having a conversation with somebody last night. What y'all have to understand is that firefighters, first responders, police officers, all of these people are protected by the law, because when they're doing their job, like if a firefighter is trying to save your life, or a first responder is trying to save your life, but you end up dying, you know what I'm saying? And your family or somebody be like, oh, it was neglect, or the firefighter performed CPR wrong, or the EMT did this or that wrong.
How you gonna know?
You know what I'm saying?
He pushed too many times on
that law is to protect them, you know what I'm saying, from being sued because they were trying to help. You know what I'm saying? They are trained in that profession to help. Firefighters are trained to fight fires and to help. You know what I'm saying? EMTs, the same thing. Firefighters, nurses, all, you know what I'm saying? All these people are trained in these professions. So that's why there's laws to protect them when they were trying to do what they were trying to do. You know what I'm saying? But when they found negligent of, you know what I'm saying, doing what they were supposed to be doing, trying to help you, that's when the law doesn't protect them. That's why these doctors can't give out these pill scripts to just anybody. You know what I'm saying? That's why when police officers are doing their job and you still die or something like that, like they try to save you or try to get you, you know what I'm saying, to the hospital or anything like that, but you still die, they're not found negligent. But once they are fired, you know what I'm saying, or if an investigation finds them negligent, now they can be prosecuted. So that's why, you know what I'm saying, that law is in place, because a lot of people are like, well, I don't understand why they got a law like that and they need to change the law that protects them. Well, you know what I'm saying, it's not fair to somebody that was trying to save your life and really doing what they were trained to do, and you still die. And then your family files a wrongful death suit against this person, and they lose everything, you know what I'm saying, because they were trying to save your life.
What's the name of this law?
I don't know the exact name of the law, you know what I'm saying, but I know that's the law that's in place.
So it's like
when I was studying
insurance?
criminal justice, you know what I'm saying, it's not an insurance, it's actual law that protects, you know what I'm saying, first responders, firefighters, police, anybody in a professional capacity, you know what I'm saying, that's, you know what I'm saying, put in place to uphold the law.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like
or whatever
the liability insurance low-key law.
Basically,
yeah, that's how because that's how it sounds like, nigga, look, you good if you fuck some shit up. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I figured they would. I know it, you know, it would make sense for them to have some shit like that.
And you know what I'm saying?
It's like a medical malpractice suit. You got to have some type of liability to cover your ass. You got to cover your ass.
Yeah.
You got to cover your ass.
So when somebody doing wrong, they're going to get punished. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's the thing. And that's what, you know what I'm saying, we as black folks have to understand. Like, you can go back to the Trayvon Martin case, and his family wanted George Zimmerman to be prosecuted under the law. You know what I'm saying? Understanding what they should have done, or, you know what I'm saying, the better outcome would be to file a civil suit against George Zimmerman. Even though he wouldn't have been punished under the law, and he didn't get punished under the law anyway, he would have had to pay a debt to society for taking the life of Trayvon Martin. Sometimes we're not always going to get the justice that we want, but some form of justice is better than no form of justice. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at the O.J. Simpson case, O.J. was found not guilty. But he lost in a civil case where the family felt like he was responsible. You know what I'm saying? And that's only because the police only investigated O.J. Simpson. They didn't investigate nobody else. They didn't look for another criminal. They didn't look for no other anything. They automatically said OJ did it. You feel what I'm saying? So since they said that, that was the narrative. That's what was out there. And, you know what I'm saying, that's how the OJ case went. That's why a lot of people are on the fence or look at OJ as a murderer. They didn't try and look for nobody else. Even though, you know what I'm saying, you had neighbors who was there, who live across the street, who said, I seen a van pull up and 4 or 5 motherfuckers with ponytails jumped out. You think they cared about that? No. And this came from an old white lady. You had another neighbor say that he seen, you know what I'm saying, people go over there as well.
I remember that
You know what I'm saying? But
Damn,
you think they cared about that? No, because the police said that OJ did it. You feel me?
They wanted to take him down.
Yeah.
And they do that shit a lot. Like,
so
they
it was all a witch
ignore-
hunt for OJ.
Yeah, they'll do that
So
shit a
at
lot.
the end of the day, like I said, when it comes down to policy, y'all want to see change in your community. You want what happened to George Floyd not to happen in your community. You got to start at the local level. You got to get on the ass of the mayor, the city council, the police chief, the fire chief, whoever, you know what I'm saying, feel has done you wrong to change policy. And if they don't, guess what? You vote their ass out. It's as simple as that. As quick as we trying to vote Trump out of office and whoever else ain't doing what they supposed to be doing, that's what happened at the local level too. And that's where you got to start. You know what I'm saying? Don't try and jump over your mayor and city council and go straight to the governor to get the local laws changed. Like I said, policy is the quickest change you can get when it comes to dealing with the police force. The police chief can put policy in place that changes overnight. You ain't got to wait for no law to be passed. So that's where you start your fight at, on the local level. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, I'm looking at the climate of things. You know what I'm saying? How other nations are not only joining in on the protests that are going over here, but also protesting the inequality and the racism going on in their countries. You know what I'm saying? I really feel like a big change is coming. I don't think it's going to be immediate, but I think, you know what I'm saying, because of COVID-19 and so many people having to be tuned in to television and social media for what's going on, change is coming. You know what I'm saying? It's coming. Because everybody's tired of the bullshit. Everybody. Of all nations and cultures. So I think if we come together as all nations and cultures, that's when we can really make change. Because if you got a wall, you know what I'm saying? If you got a wall coming at you, you can't get over it. You can't get under it. It's basically surrounding you. You feel me? So if we got African Americans, Asians, Hispanics, Latinos, everybody fighting for equality, you know what I'm saying? And everybody wants the same thing, to stop being mistreated, and everybody want to be on the same level playing field. I think we get more accomplished together than we gonna do it as individuals, because everybody individually got trash in their backyard that need to get cleaned up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, whether we hear about it or not. You know what I'm saying? You look at the news and they talk about the protests and stuff, but they also talk about the rioting. But when you look at the rioting on TV, who you see rioting? You see people of all nationalities. You don't just see black people. You know what I'm saying? You see white people, Asian people. Everybody's in these stores and at these malls carrying shit out.
You see how
you know what I'm saying?
They had these videos of the people starting the riots?
I haven't seen none of those, but you told me
yeah,
about
I was talking about how they had, it was these videos that people was, sharing, and it was showing how it was a lot of cops, and they was wearing masks and hoodies, and they was doing spray painting, and they was doing all this shit. And it's just people just in the city just going around and just catching people doing shit. And the fact that they got bricks, and this is we looking at it. But I'm saying, looking, don't just look at it, but look at, wait a minute, why is these bricks in the middle of the?
Where do they come from?
Yeah, it ain't no construction around, and the people is like, wait a minute, what's going on here? And so the people who've been starting the riot have been these cops. They've been throwing bricks, and then people, energy's going. So.
Because that's all it takes. It takes just one person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It takes one person to stand outside of Best Buy and throw a motherfucking brick. And if you got a parking lot full of
angry
people,
motherfuckers, all you need
if
to
you
hear
got
is
a
some
parking lot
shatter,
full of
nigga.
people,
That's it.
Everybody gonna go in. It's as simple as that. One person break that door, everybody going in. Whether they need something or not, whether they intention, whatever the case is.
Tissue, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? So
what was I about to say?
We gotta watch the overplay for the underplay as well.
Right.
But I think as United Nations in the nation of the United States of America, all the minorities, people that's deemed minorities, from white women down to all the other cultures and ethnicities, come together. You know what I'm saying? We can get more done than everybody trying to do it individually, where people just fighting for Mexican rights, and people just fighting for black rights, and people just fighting for Asian rights. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, we all have shit in our communities that's wrong, and people in our communities who don't care, you know what I'm saying, for the rights that we have in this country, if whether they're enforced or not, or they just don't want to get involved, or whatever the case is. So that's what I'm saying. The more the merrier. Everybody come together, everybody push this shit, because we all got to live in this country. We all get mistreated some way, shape, form, whether it's by the police or just the government, you know what I'm saying, in your community, or whatever the case is. You can't get no help from welfare or whatever the case is, and it's supposed to be there to help you, but because you know what I'm saying, are Asian and your parents was immigrant, they blocking your shit. But you was born here in this country, or whatever the case is, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got to move, you know what I'm saying, as a united front. Because ain't none of us better than each other, you know what I'm saying? It's not. We all got differences, but none of that shit makes us better than each other. You know what I'm saying? So we all, as a nation, got to fight the good fight. So if everybody coming out and protesting together, everybody got to be at the polls, voting down the bullshit, not voting the bullshit ass people in office that's not taking care of us, that's not, you know what I'm saying, putting our interests first. Because we sit up here and we watch candidates every 4 years have lobbyists come in, pay their campaign dollars and whatnot to get whatever they want put on the ballot, pushing this candidate, and their agenda get passed.
I mean, that's what I'm saying? Like, that's how it works.
I'm gonna give you a vision of it.
Vote don't work.
I'm gonna give you a vision of it.
We need
go back about 5 years when vaping and stuff started coming out, and the term behind vaping was, oh, it's healthier than cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
5 years later, what they telling you?
Y'all bet that apple.
Cigarette commercials is doing what? What they telling you? They telling you that, oh, if you vape, you getting metal and stuff in your lungs, mm-hmm. and you getting all these carcinogens, and you getting this and you getting that. That's how the cigarette companies lobby to fight back against vaping and stuff, because they was losing money. Because they, you know what I'm saying, is an alternative to smoking cigarettes.
Mm-hmm. That's
healthier. You can get that same bit of nicotine, or whatever the case is,
mm-hmm.
without having to light a cigarette, without the nasty smell,
mm-hmm.
without turning your lungs black or whatever,
mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying?
Which is
because that was the narrative. Because like I said,
right.
that's the narrative was put out there, that vaping was healthier than cigarettes. And if you like me, if you know any long-term smokers who have been smoking for years and they start vaping, you know what I'm saying, you seen the change in them, whether it was a healthy change or not, but they didn't smell like smoke. You didn't mind going places with them and all that. They wasn't always coughing up a lung and all that type of stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So that's what need to happen in our communities. We got to get behind, just like the lobbyists get behind these candidates for their issues and pay that money. We got to get behind candidates that's going to do shit for us, lobby, put some money into this, you know what I'm saying, to this candidate, and get shit taken care of. Otherwise, we going to stay in the back and keep giving up our votes to anybody that want to shuck and jive, eat some chicken with hot sauce, watermelon, motherfucking whipping nay-nay, do the hammer, or whatever the case is at they fucking campaign speech or whatever the fuck, and we accepting their ass. Oh, they for black people. Look at them, they acting just like niggas. No, that's not the call.
Kente Kloss ain't gonna get it either, y'all niggas.
You know what I'm saying? That's not the call. I don't give a fuck if Hillary Clinton go to Detroit and get weave put in and a motherfucking lace front or whatever the case is. She ain't black and she don't give a fuck about black issues. She just wants the position.
She locked a lot of niggas up.
You know what I'm saying?
So what was I about to say? We need to take a message, learn a lesson from the LGBT community.
Right.
Literally.
The LGBT community is made up of motherfuckers of all race, creeds, background, men, women, and other. And they stick together when it comes to the issues that they want.
This nigga just took everything I was
My bad. I'm just saying.
Nigga been talking for 38 minutes. I said one thing about LGBT
they got gay
community.
marriage passed across the nation.
Went that through Obama, right?
At the federal level.
That was Obama, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. The black president.
At the federal level, because they stuck together. So just think if we all stick together, what we can accomplish.
I mean, that's true. I mean, that's the thing. We need to stick together. And I'm all about sticking together. I'm all about sticking together, man. We need to. But we definitely need to get our shit together individually. Because you can't get a bunch of tainted ass niggas together and expect something good to come out of it. We got to get rid of these tainted niggas.
That's what I
said. We got to get rid of the tainted mind frame. And you know, if you're gonna be toxic to the development and the growth, then just let time pass and you'll be out of here in a minute. But they're gonna weed themselves out the game anyway.
All right, but that's why I say get the playing field level so that they can get themselves out of these situations. Like I said, the playing field ain't level. Like, we understand it's a choice to go out and sell dope. It's a choice to go out and be in the bullshit. It's to go out to go and scam people and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. But a lot of these people don't have opportunities. You know what I'm saying? If you 40 years old and you've been scamming your whole life and all you know is, you know what I'm saying, scamming people, credit card scams and all that type of stuff, or selling drugs and bootlegging shit and all that type of stuff, it's going to be hard for you to make a change from that, transition into working a 9 to 5 or whatever the case is to get your money.
Not necessarily just going to a job, but you're already an entrepreneur, just moving that energy into a whole nother direction.
But even if you become your own business, even if you open up your own business, you still what?
You still gonna need some capital.
No, you still working what? Even if you working for yourself, you still working a 9 to 5. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. In order to support yourself, period, and getting used to working a set schedule and getting paid on a set schedule, not just having money all the damn time, you know what I'm saying, coming in willy-nilly or whatever the case is.
Why can't a nigga have money all the time?
No, I'm saying as far as how you get paid.
How about
when you in the streets, you know what I'm saying, you get paid on a daily.
Yeah.
When you running a business, you more likely you may take in money. You may take in money every day, but you have to pay yourself, you know what I'm saying, and pay others on a weekly or 2-week or monthly basis.
Right. But that'll be that mind frame of having a business versus a job is what will make, you know, us as a people get our economic shit, you know, back in order, as opposed to looking for, you know, somebody to hire us. We get back into looking within ourselves and building our own. You know what I'm saying? Our own.
I get that, but I'm saying
it's gonna be a process, though.
Yeah.
I know it's gonna be. None of it's gonna be. But the thing is, what I'm saying, and nothing I'm saying is gonna be, you know, no now shit. My thing is just having the momentum towards those things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, putting
that transition and taking time to realize that, yo, this is bigger than just me, because like a person may have kids. So what you gonna leave to your kids? You know what I mean? Think about how many people die. They got to do a GoFundMe. They got, you know what I'm saying? All the stuff that because they was too busy not focusing on the, you know, the economic stuff.
And that's what I'm saying. So think about how much easier that transition can be if we all on a level playing field. If everybody is, you know what I'm saying, really truly given the equal opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
If we was left the fuck alone.
The equal opportunity to get a loan for a business.
Which is what it's supposed to be. Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why I'm like, if we all fight as a people and get that playing field level, truly level, on all bases for all, you know what I'm saying, supposed minorities.
Right.
Then that fight and that transition is going to be a lot easier for people to go into, rather than, you know what I'm saying, having things against. Because you got some people, they going to try one time.
Right.
Man, I went to go get a loan, they ain't give me a loan, man. I was like, fuck that shit, I'm going back to hustle. You know what I'm saying?
But the black exclusion, and I'm stick with this because that's us. The black exclusion, for me, is number one. You know what I'm saying? Because we the ones been disenfranchised before all of them. You know what I'm saying? So that must be corrected, as far as I'm concerned, before any of that. And it's going to start at home, and then it's going to start with education. We got to get education of how we been fucked over so that we can correct it. You know what I'm saying? And we going to have to do that individually. And other people, y'all want to come along, y'all come along. But if you going to fuck us up, we don't need you, because we done already been fucked over enough. So we got to correct our own shit. Leave us the fuck alone. Stop fucking with us. Leave us alone so we can get our shit together. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. I just don't think it's going to happen like that. I just don't think that we as a people alone is going to get it together to get everything that we should have been getting. You see what I'm saying? I think it's going to take, we're going to need all our allies, you know what I'm saying, other creeds, races, and everything, for everybody to get, because because it's like this. Okay, Native Americans got reparations.
That we should have got. Those are our reparations.
We could get reparations, but we can't come together as a people to even decide what we want as reparations, how it need to be doled out to us, you know what I'm saying, and making sure that we get a candidate in place that's going to make sure we get these reparations.
But we have had people like, Dr. Claude Addison, who've been doing that shit for decades. You know what I'm saying? He's not just talking about it, but actually putting, things together and programs together to actually get. But you know what he said? Niggas are scared. Niggas are scared. Niggas are so, you know what I mean? So until we get, it's not like nobody is trying to put nothing together, because, they have been.
I'm saying that, I'm talking about a candidate, you know what I'm saying? Like motherfucking a vice president or a president, somebody that can really get it pushed to the forefront. And people in the Senate and in the House, that want to, you know what I'm saying, push the same agenda and the same initiative forward.
That's what Claude was trying to put together. But
niggas
was checking it out.
Right.
I don't know.
But we got to get, but that's what I'm saying. We got to vote and get behind
a thorough nigga.
People in the Senate, people in the House, people, you know what I'm saying, as vice president and people as president. Because that's the only way that shit's going to actually come true.
No, definitely. And we got to put, how we going to get this nigga? Where is this nigga? You know what I'm saying? Where is this nigga going to come from?
It ain't necessarily got to be a nigga that do it.
No, I'm saying, it ain't got to be, I say nigga, I mean this motherfucker, right. It could be, you know what I mean? Anybody.
But that's what I'm saying.
Who is going to be this
But that's what I'm telling you. Money talks. So if we get
enough money
people,
together.
You know what I'm saying? We buy us some senators and some House representatives and a vice president or president, you know what I'm saying, and push that initiative.
So we don't even need,
come true.
We don't need to place a nigga. We just need a nigga that just,
we got a lobby, just like these lobbyists going out there and get all that bullshit passed.
Y'all need,
pharmaceutical companies.
We got to know what we got to get together that we can, we need.
We know what we need to do. It's just coming together to do it. And that's why I say
it's a lot
we ain't got enough of us to do it, but if we do it with everybody included, then everybody benefits.
To give niggas they shit right. And
to give everybody their shit, because think about it. think about this. Everybody in this, every culture in this country has been fucked up. African Americans, Native Americans, Asians came here in the motherfucking camps and shit, just damn near like slavery, experimented on too. You know what I'm saying? Mexicans, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you can't compare nobody to
next to I'm not comparing it, but I'm saying everybody has went through their bullshit in this country.
And it's been the system it's been the system in and of itself that has been doing this shit.
That too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
we have this class system that basically it was like, okay, at first it was like this, and then white people went like this. You see what I'm saying? And the more they told their lies and stuff to put themselves here, we kept going here.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Systematically, right.
We were targeted to look like, because we could work harder, because we were smarter, because we, you know what I'm saying, we had the knowledge of things that they didn't have the know-how of, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We got pushed down because they wanted to be us. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, definitely, So I already know that, yeah.
And then the lives that were manipulated throughout the years, throughout slavery. There were still wealthy black people during slavery that also owned slaves. Native Americans too that owned slaves. You know what I'm saying? and people from other countries and everything. It wasn't all we was getting our ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? They implanted that in the history books so that we'll always feel inferior. When you go through history books and learn that you were descendants of royalty and that your people have always been proud and things like that, now you got something to be proud of.
Right.
But half the people don't even buy into that because they like, oh, nigga,
I
ain't no king and no queen, and I ain't this and that, and that was back in the day. And that, you know what I'm saying?
And that's why our plight is so special. And it can't be compared to nobody else because nobody has went through that.
But it's not a comparison.
Well, no, I'm saying that's why it shouldn't be.
Well, no, we can't compare because shit that we, like I said, about time our ancestors and things coming out of slavery started doing good, but still dealing with, you know what I'm saying, Jim Crow and all that other stuff. These other people, Asians and all these motherfuckers was being brought over from their country supposedly, you know what I'm saying, and to be helped, but they putting them, you know what I'm saying, in concentration camps, slaughtering them, beating. They doing what they doing to them what motherfucking Hitler did to the Jews.
Oh, they was savagely. Yeah, they was definitely savage.
And this was saying this is America because we scared that they gonna turn on us. You know what I'm saying? And we mad about what happened in Pearl Harbor and shit. We locking up innocent motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And all that. So I'm just saying every culture has dealt with some bullshit in this country.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? We dealt with it longer and maybe more harsh. You know what I'm saying? But everybody done dealt. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. This is for everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody need that equality.
But we need and
so if we get it, and if we get it, and everybody get it with us, nobody gotta feel inferior no more. It's like it ain't gonna be like, oh, well, the black people finally got their equality. Now we need to go fight for ours. No, let's all fight for this shit at the same time.
But still, we're the ones that's the most. As far as I'm concerned, we need to be rectified first before anybody else because we've been fucked up the longest. And it continues on to this day. And everybody has right.
I just don't think that we, as a single culture, I don't think that black people by themselves can get it done. I think it's going to take us and everybody else to get it done because it's not. It's not enough of us on the same. It's not enough of us on the same page.
Right.
And then you know what I'm saying. It's going to take the force of all of us minorities to vote shit into office and into policy and to get these changes and to get reparations and to get everything we need in place to level that playing field. It's gonna take all of us to do it.
And that's what I'm saying. Like what I was saying earlier, we're gonna need some white people. So I'm saying, like, when everybody going, white people, all y'all, like we're saying, everybody going out here with all this racism and justice and all this stuff. Like I said, get educated about a lot of it so you can see the grand scheme of things. And if you, like I said, if you really about, making equality, then you
we
get
all
that education.
But that's what I'm saying. We all considered minorities, so we all disenfranchised at some stage or other of the game. You feel me? Like I said, women as a whole don't make the same money as men for doing the same job.
Right.
White women don't get treated fairly. Black women don't get treated fairly. Of course, brothers, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Latinos and everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Everybody looked at as you look at the group of minorities, with maybe the exception of Asians, everybody's looked at as a rapist, a drug dealer, or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
You got Russians, you got mafia,
you know what I'm
and then you know what I'm saying. This is this is like thing you're saying. This is the system, perpetuating these things, right?
Right.
So we follow suit a lot of times with these perpetuations as well. So we gotta take heed to that shit as well. You know what I'm saying? Take heed to the bullshit and be like, hey, yo, I'm not gonna go that way. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but listen,
they want you to go that way.
What other race has got ahead and had some benefits to share? Because ain't nobody got ahead. Ain't no Mexicans got ahead. Ain't no Asians got ahead or nothing. We could talk about individuals.
What you mean Asians got ahead?
Individuals getting ahead and, you know what I'm saying, maybe getting an advantage or something like that. But no individuals as a race that's considered to be a minority has gotten ahead.
What
it
do you
ain't
mean?
happened.
You can't, like a black person?
You can't, well, she's saying Japanese. You can't say Japanese because Japanese work their ass off to be smart or whatever and benefit from technology. But they didn't get ahead in the system. You see what I'm saying? They not looked at in the system as being superior to the white man, equal to the white man, or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Not in this country.
You said so what now?
Millicent was saying that fuck sharing our restitutions or something like that. That no other minority shared their benefits with us. I'm like, what benefits? Who got ahead? Besides Native Americans, they not even ahead.
Well, not
they
even
can't
just
even
Native
control the shit they
Americans,
got.
but people with the Native Americans, the $5 Indian shit. Our people was coming through,
Yeah.
white people, so they took
Yeah.
our benefits. The fact that they were giving the benefits to the Native Americans and not the African Native Americans, right? So they stole our benefits from us. When how you write us out our own nativity? How you do that shit? Fucking
right. But
you
that's
know
what I'm saying.
mean?
Ain't nobody.
So they stole
but
the
that's what I'm saying,
benefits
ain't
that we were
nobody
supposed to have.
But she's saying that people got ahead and they didn't share their reparations. I'm saying where? Because I don't know if nobody that got ahead. I mentioned Native Americans. Native Americans can go to college for free and all of that stuff. But guess what? You know what I'm saying? Because we didn't prove that Africans were actually here, because Africans were actually on the American continent before Native Americans was. But because we didn't prove that, and the government chose to think that they stole the land for the Native Americans, that's why Native Americans got free college and casinos. And shit, if you own a casino, you can pay your kids college any goddamn way. Casinos make too much goddamn money.
Yeah, they knew what they was doing. They knew what they was doing with that movie.
But that's what I'm saying. We talked about why African Americans haven't got anything, because number one, we ain't fought for shit. Because we don't want, number one, we ain't decided what we want as reparations. You know what I'm saying? We got to decide what we want as reparations as a whole, as a black community. You know what I'm saying? And then we have to put people in office, like I was saying, senators, House representatives, presidents, to get it done. See what I'm saying? It ain't going to just happen because we want it. We got to get people in office that's going to push our agenda. And how we got to do that? With that $2 trillion they say that black people can spend, that we supposed to be worth. You know what I'm saying? We got $2 trillion in spending power. We need to spend that money on getting people in office that's going to push our agenda. Yeah, a lot of them is. But that just because they got to pay their loan company don't really put them ahead of us. You know what I'm saying? When we look at the hierarchy in America, it's looked at like this: white people, black people, everybody else trickle down.
What you mean hierarchy?
You know what I'm saying? The hierarchy of how people are looked at. It's what are the main issues we always talk about? It's a white or a black issue.
I thought you meant financial. I'm like, wait a minute, nigga. We
it's never it's never a white versus Asian. It's never a white versus Mexican.
That's
white
they
versus,
playing
you know
on
what I'm saying?
right. That's
it's
they playing
always
on
white
right.
and black issues first,
right,
and everybody else trickle down.
Yeah,
so nobody has been put ahead of us because they getting some free money. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't put them ahead of us in life. It don't.
It get them a chance to build economic wealth. Yeah, dude.
It get them a chance.
Generational wealth.
How many rich Native Americans do you know?
Rich Native, nigga. How many Native Americans do I know, nigga?
Exactly.
I don't know,
exactly.
Nigga. I don't know.
When you look at them,
we know that they rectified the Asians, and they got to come up.
They get a check.
Yeah,
just
but
like
where
Native
are?
Americans.
You know what I'm saying? Where are?
But that's what I'm saying.
We
got,
get no
but this is what I'm saying. We have to go.
No, that's true.
And go out and get it. They ain't just get their reparations. They did what? They like, nigga, we ain't vote. How many Asian people you know? How many times have you been to the poll and you see Asian people vote? They don't. You see what I'm saying? So if you want the Asian vote and you want the Asian people to come outside of their community, you know what I'm saying? You got to do something for them. You see what I'm saying? So that's how they got the reparations and shit that they got. You want our vote? You want us to participate? Then, you know what I'm saying? You need to give us something. We ain't did that. We let a motherfucker shuck and jive and give our vote away. See what I'm saying? So until we say we ain't vote for no candidates, we not, you know what I'm saying, giving our votes away and all that and demand reparations and shit, we're not going to get it. Because for years, we've been giving the black vote away. We ain't trying to put money behind no candidate to get nothing that we wanted done. Not one.
All right.
Yeah, but he can prove that he have Native American blood. Everybody know that. If you can prove that you have Native American blood, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can get paid. You know what I'm saying? You can get you a stipend every month from the government if you can prove that you got Native American in you. But it's really Native American having African in them because, you know what I'm saying, we interbreeded with them. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, that's a conversation for another time. But as far as being put ahead, like I said, you see Native Americans live on reservations, most of them. The quality of the reservations ain't good. You know what I'm saying? They're not living in mansions or anything like that. When you see these chiefs on TV and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, and they boycotting, they don't look like they rich.
I was just
you know
looking
what I'm saying?
at
They look like a normal motherfucker.
I was looking at, they said they had a lot of, I guess, reservations is getting COVID up in there.
Yeah. And when you look at and when you think about the casinos and all of those things,
they close casinos.
They have to, but no, I'm just saying when you think about Native Americans casinos and stuff, they gotta pay. They gotta take care of the whole tribe with that. You know what I'm saying? Not just, you know what I'm saying, not just one family benefiting. The whole tribe has to benefit from the profits of the casino. You know what I'm saying? So I don't, in the hierarchy of how America works, is white, then black, and then everybody else comes afterwards. You know what I'm saying? So nobody is really put ahead. They might get some benefits that we don't get, but that don't really put them ahead of us. It just gives us free shit. If their lifestyle hasn't changed, they're not living no better. You know what I'm saying, or anything like that. To where, you know what I'm saying, as a community or as a culture or as a race, that they ahead of us, you know what I'm saying, strictly by governmental gain, I don't want to hear it. Because you got all these people, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers living on welfare. Shit, as much as, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers live off welfare shit, they should be ahead. Because motherfuckers ain't working. But they getting all this government aid, low income housing and all that stuff.
You got no side hustle.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you can't come up off that, you got $28 rent, you know what I'm saying, every month. You get you a side hustle or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Shit. Mm-hmm. You ahead like a motherfucker.
Yeah, but you know, with the whole welfare system, it's basically created to keep motherfuckers with that mentality of, you know what I'm saying, staying there.
Right.
So you got to be a special kind of motherfucker to want to say, oh, this will come up, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not enough. I know some people do, but not enough
people do it. You know what I'm saying?
Not enough people do it.
If you know how to cheat on your taxes and do all these little scams and all that type of shit, I'm pretty sure you can cheat the American government out of paying your rent every month. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And
do some hair on the side, bitch.
For real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From doing hair and nails out the crib to selling motherfucking dinners.
Mm-hmm. We definitely, and I ain't letting niggas off.
Black people are definitely we very ingenuitive.
Yeah, we created we built this country. So yeah. But I ain't letting niggas off the hook, you know, just I want people thinking, oh, just letting niggas go free, because we be fucking up the bag. We do. We be fucking up the bag. And we gotta, that's part of the mentality that gotta change. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get into the entrepreneurial way of thinking. We gotta start thinking about saving, investing, and things of that nature, instead of, you know, going out and buying shit.
Instead of getting over.
Buying rims, or, you know, just being happy to, you know, get a little something. We gotta get beyond that in order to grow. And that's the mentality it's going to take some time. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take some time. But now it's like, and with this, you know, this situation, the economy is what it is. It should be a wake-up call to a lot of people, no matter what race you are, but particularly black, for you to be like, hey, yo, I got to get my shit together. And this is an opportunity, you know.
Every time the economy falls, it's a time for us to be purchasing stocks while stock is cheap. Mm-hmm. It's time for us to be purchasing land. This is all of us, you know what I'm saying? This is a time for all of us to be doing things that we normally wouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? Because when the country rebounds, guess what?
You in a position to make some money.
You know what I'm saying? It's always about the haves and the have-not. We all get the same 24 hours in a day. You know what I'm saying? And if you are doing what you're supposed to do financial-wise, you know what I'm saying, and educating yourself, that's another thing. Don't always look for somebody else to educate you.
You gotta educate yourself.
You know what I'm saying? I say this all the time. People got smartphones and do dumb shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you got a smartphone, you can Google, go to YouTube and watch a video, just like you watching a rap video, just like you watch Love and Hip Hop and all that stuff.
Porn,
if you really want to get yourself ahead in life, you know what I'm saying? Sit down and watch an educational video, you know what I'm saying, about how to invest, about how to, you know what I'm saying, purchase real estate, all of these different things, you know what I'm saying? Because people, like I said, people got a smartphone right in their hand every day. You might not want to listen to somebody else tell you to do it or tell you about it. But you got your phone right there. You can Google whatever you want to know. So when people sit back and tell me, oh, well, they don't know, I don't want to hear it because, you know what I'm saying, you can Google everything else on your phone. You can Google who cheated on who from Love and Hip Hop. You can Google your favorite artist's new album. All of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? People ain't without resources. So all of that, you know what I'm saying? Like, we in the technological world now. So if you want to find out about any resources that's out there for you, you got the phone right in your hand. All you got to do is read. It ain't going to come up every time the first time you Google it. You might have to scroll down, you know what I'm saying, a couple times to find exactly the information that you're looking for. So it's as simple as that, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I ain't giving nobody because I had to learn how to do it. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn how to go out and find the information that I wanted, that I needed, read books, all of that. I ain't get to where I was at because somebody said, Steve, you know what, you look like you should be doing well off in life or whatever the case, or you could be doing better. Nah, I wanted it for myself.
Yeah.
So I went and sought the information, you know what I'm saying, and got to where I got to because I worked my ass off.
And a lot of people nowadays, and this is like technology is a double-edged sword, like smartphone dumb reactions.
Right.
We've gotten so lazy, you know what I mean? We've gotten so lazy and so used to, you know, everything being instant gratification. People, you got to put in that work in order to make something happen. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take work, and like with this situation, you know, everybody, it's gonna take work, and it's gonna be education is gonna be the foundation of that work.
Right.
Getting the proper education.
It is.
So that way we can see the problem, and we can, you know, get the motion into the correction, and then we can get to the correction.
Right.
But we have to identify the problem first.
Right.
And be honest with it, and then we can correct it from there. But us black people, let's take this opportunity where we getting this $600 a week.
Ahead,
And you know what I mean?
There's unemployment
make this shit
that y'all
come
getting
up.
for the COVID. I need to be putting money up.
Don't
spend that. Don't go out and spend that shit. Malls and shit have been closed anyway, so you should have definitely saved some money.
Amazon through this bitch. I've been seeing Amazon all through the FedEx.
The other thing is, I'm answering
this
the last question you said about misinformation. It's on you to decide what information you can and can't use. You know what I'm saying? If you get some wrong information, you're only gonna know if it's wrong if you apply it,
or necessarily if you research it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if you research, let's say you research, and the research gave you wrong information, you ain't gonna know unless you apply it. If you just out spewing wrong information to other people, you ain't gonna know that until somebody else be like, "Yo, I tried what you said, and that shit wasn't right." You see what I'm saying? So you gotta apply the information that you get. You can't, like I said, you just can't believe it. And you can't just go off the first thing that pop up when you Google something. You know what I'm saying? You got to scroll down.
You got to keep
Look
scrolling.
at all the different information. You know what I'm saying?
Who is it coming from?
Right.
You know, you got to
research
check the
who it's coming from, all of that.
Is a resource credible? Is it enough information about this particular topic?
All of that.
And instant gratification. People like, what? No, I'm gonna watch the video.
Because that's the thing.
People
want to Google something
yeah.
and think that it's gonna give you the college degree right there. I want to be a lawyer, and you gonna get it's gonna have like a 10 point whatever, you know what I'm saying, tutorial on how to be a lawyer.
Right,
you know
right.
Nah,
be a lawyer in
like
3
that.
minutes.
Right.
Got a little cartoon and shit with a little law degree.
I can show you how to be a lawyer overnight.
Right.
My program.
Right. My flop sweat, my tie.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, you gotta, you know what I'm saying, get the information, find out what's right or wrong and all that stuff. Like a lot of people, I hate it, don't want to read. You know what I'm saying? If you're not a reader, go watch the video on YouTube. There's tons of tutorials on YouTube for the people that don't like to read. You know what I'm saying? I'm not an avid reader, but when it comes to stuff that I need to know and stuff like that, I'm reading. I read because I'm interested in it because I want to know. I need to know exactly what's going on.
Right.
And then I still may watch the video after I read to see how it's applied.
Yeah. That's something now. I read more now than I ever did in my life. Like I read like damn near 2 books a month, you know, and just constantly just trying to, put all this shit together and what I mean?
I like information. Yeah. I'm always looking for information. Yeah. I'm not really the type like I don't read arabesque novels and love stories and none of that.
Right.
Nothing about the captain and the whale and all that. I read information all the time, whether it's emails in my phone or articles or whatever the case is. I'm always I wake up in the middle of the night and be researching shit and reading and stuff like that. So you know what I'm saying? That's
how I go to sleep. I go to sleep.
But we living in some of the most trying times.
Instant as fuck.
And we have all this information at our fingertips. Like I said, I'm gonna go back through what we went over on this podcast before we ended out. Like I said, when you want to see policy change in your community, you got to start in your community. You start with your local elected officials, police chiefs, mayors, city council. You know what I'm saying? You got to start there. You got to start with that chain of command when you want to see change in your community when it comes to the police, fire, whatever the case, whatever's going on in your community. You know what I'm saying? Start there and then go up the ladder. If your mayor can't get it done for you, you know what I'm saying, then go to your state rep or your commissioner, or, you know what I'm saying, the next level that you need to go to. You know what I'm saying? Start with your chain of command. As far as all the support that we getting, all the outrage throughout the nation and the world as a whole when it comes to the mistreatment of black people, you know what I'm saying? The untimely death of George Floyd and all the others, you know what I'm saying, who also lost their lives to police brutality. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of younger people don't remember, but the first time I ever seen police brutality at a point that, you know what I'm saying, it really fucked me up was with what we was just talking about the other day.
Talking about Rodney King?
Rodney King.
Oh, he got off good. King. Yeah, he got off good.
Because Rodney King was the first video that I knew of in my lifetime where a black man got beat on the side of the road by white cops. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the first time I seen it outside of like getting dogs sick on him and shit like that.
Well, I mean, like we seen the videos of what, you know what I'm saying, the videos of what happened during the civil rights movement. But I'm talking about in our lifetime.
Yeah, in our lifetime.
In our lifetime, it was Rodney King.
I haven't seen. I think that's for me. That's the first individual cop ass whooping I've seen.
Yeah, for all of it, and then the tensions, and then you know what I'm saying, what was going on with the OJ trial and everything around that time.
Yeah, and all the Bulls was in the playoffs. Nigga, like damn, it was on.
All that tension and everything. You know what I'm saying, that boiled over during that time. So that's what I'm saying. So we got time. We had, if there's never been a more prevalent time for us to get our things in order when it comes to voting this year. For us, you know what I'm saying, as black people, finding candidates that's going to push our initiative and our agendas, and for us to, you know what I'm saying, level the playing field, It's no time like now, where we got the support, you know what I'm saying, of other people, not just in our country, but around the world, and to make something happen. Don't let this die. Don't let George Floyd die in vain. Let's not stop protesting. Let's not stop pushing the gambit forward at this time. This is the perfect time. You know what I'm saying? If we gonna get Trump out of office and Biden's gonna go in, Biden got to do something for black people. Simple as that. He ain't getting my vote unless he talk about an agenda of how he's going to make it right for us in this country. You know what I'm saying? And it don't have to just be black people. It can be minorities as a whole, but specifically for black people if he want my vote. That's what I'm waiting on from Joe Biden. Otherwise, I'm going to be voting Libertarian or fucking Green Party or something else. Somebody that got something on the agenda to move people forward. Our people or us as a nation. Simple as that. But thank y'all for tuning in, man. It's Dome City Radio Show. I'm your host, DJ Stacks Money. Man, as always, I thank y'all for supporting us. Check us out wherever you listen to podcasts at. Subscribe to the podcast, like it, donate as well. You can donate to us on Anchor.
We ain't got no Patreon, huh?
No, we got Anchor. They can donate to us on
Is
there.
that like Patreon?
Same thing, same payments. But we get to advertise and make dollars on Anchor as well.
Okay.
On Anchor FM, that's a Spotify company. You know what I'm saying? So go to Spotify, subscribe, like the podcast, whatever the case is, and everywhere else. And we appreciate y'all.
Jeremiah Pauling, thank y'all for tuning in. Peace.